Same document. It just adjusts based on the week.
We are live.
We live, y'all.
Hey, we're live. We're live. Welcome to another episode of Intelligently Ratchet.
It is.
What episode? What one? What is this?
34.
134. My goodness, putting in that work.
134.
I'm one of your hosts, the one and only DJ P Nominal. Right here to my right, you got What Up King Just. What up, Just? Looking fresh as always. And then we got Reverend Dr. Bishop Raisinette.
First of all, you're not gonna do. You can put my titles and my handles in the correct order. Dr. Reverend Bishop Robinette Omega Esquire.
Put some respect on that Robinette.
I need to put Robinette.
Some respect on his Robinette.
You know how many years it took me to write that whole to write this whole damn name out?
It didn't take you no years. It took you
15 minutes.
Last Sunday.
Listen, you don't know how many years that is. That in dog years, that's a lot.
Cut it out.
If we talking about Mayfly years, fruit fly years, woo, 76.
Fruit fly.
Fruit fly years. They got short lives. How long a fruit fly live? They got short lives.
A day,
like 3 days. Flies live 3 days.
Yeah, fruit flies live for 3 days.
Could you imagine doing everything that you had to do in life that you were called to do?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't have all this extra stuff that humans have. Nope. Like they're born, they screw, they procreate, and they die. That's it. That's all.
Mm.
They don't have all the extra stuff. I don't want to be a fly though, but you know.
And not to be left out, we definitely want to introduce our only hands friend down there, the painter of the century. Candy, what's happening?
Hey y'all. I'm good. It's wonderful today. I got a whole lot of stuff accomplished.
Good.
Been moving art all day from one location out of one building so that they can relocate to another so we can reinstall. It's been nice.
Look at that.
And the one and only hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's happening?
What up, though?
As always, y'all, make sure y'all are sharing this to your timeline, whether it's from Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. We appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and everything. And welcome to this week. We appreciate it.
To someone
we do.
To watch with us.
Candy with the singing.
Candy with the singing vibes. Sorry, how was everybody's week? Everybody's good?
I'm tired.
Yo, listen, when I say this right here, it's like the twins woke up last night and thought they were 3 weeks old again. They were up.
Oh, no.
Every 2 hours, wanting to smoke cigarettes. God damn, how many fucking games of spades can one play? God damn it. You know what I mean? Hardly wanted to win her money back and shit. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? So
take your ass to sleep.
Take your ass
now.
To sleep.
Poor Harley Quinn.
That's how we feeling.
So we fed them well tonight. We was like, here, you're gonna eat Thanksgiving dinner.
I was gonna say give them the itis.
Right.
Smart.
There was heroin addicts going upstairs. What?
Give them some ice cream with a little bit of Benadryl drizzle on it.
I knew somebody was going to say
not drunk much.
I knew somebody was going to say that Benadryl.
So anyway, my kids, Benadryl can affect a child or people in general 2 ways. It can make you hyper, or it can make you sleepy. And I had one of each.
Yo, I am the bottom. Like if I take Benadryl, you want to see me nod out? I don't care what dosage it is. Like if I sniff a Benadryl bottle, I am going out like it's chloroform. I promise you.
Dang.
So I had one. I think it was my youngest one. He would go pew on the Benadryl. And the other one.
And the other, like he get knocked out. You know, that's a 50% win, though, Keisha. And since you had 2 toddlers, no.
Yep, I have 2 toddlers. Well, mine are 15 months and 1 day apart. So now they're just ridiculous.
Yeah, girl. Run away with
Go ahead, Garrett. Garrett with
really?
Yo, said it could be ordered as a straight chemical.
That sounds dangerous.
Garrett,
I mean, I think I would sip on that myself.
Look at Justin looking at Joe like my cocktail's about to be the shit. These new Justin juices.
Look, he ready. Look,
there you go. There you go.
Look, tryptophan dango going on.
These new Just Juices are gonna be the shit. People be coming, hey Justin, you still got some more of that Just Juice? Non-alcoholic.
You can put turkey juice in it.
Not alcoholic, just
gluten free.
Right.
You ain't gotta worry about no ABC. You ain't gotta worry about the ABC if you got tryptophan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's the loophole, yeah.
All natural Justin juice with tryptophan.
Right. Now with tryptophan.
Now with new improved Just Juice. Now with tryptophan.
Yo, my kids don't drink. They don't mess with it. They don't even touch alcohol, actually. And tonight we went to Firebirds, and my son had a mocktail blueberry mojito.
Uh-huh.
A mocktail.
He was like, does a real mojito taste like this, or blackberry or something like that?
Right.
I was like, yeah, probably. It's probably got like a little extra twang to it for the rum, but he was like, oh, okay.
Good. That shit.
Well, look, y'all.
I remember the first time I had a mojito. It was from what was that? It was the James Bond joint when they had Halle Berry, and he was in Cuba, and he had offered her a mojito, and I was like, damn, what's a mojito?
Right.
And I went to a spot and found them joints. I was like, mojitos is this shit. It's like
that must be the one with Pierce Brosnan.
Listen,
yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay.
I can say this right here. The first time I had a mojito, I was in Virginia, and me and my man Harlem Ream, we were going to the Fat Joe show in Virginia. And we saw, guess who I was sitting next to as I was having my first mojito?
Big Pun.
AZ was sitting like how close I am. It was like, so it was like when we sat at the bar, AZ was in the seat next to mine, and then Reem was on my side, and it was like AZ and like three of his boys. So you know how you sit as a dude, you don't sit like y'all sit with your back, you know what I mean, to each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like boom. So you excuse me, you know what I mean? I excuse myself, you know what I mean, to get the chair and all that stuff. And he started talking, and he was like, yo, my man, are you AZ? He's like, yo, I was stripping the fuck out. I was like, yo, man, it's AZ.
Yo, bartender, can we get a Hennessy?
Yo, he was like, yo, when he started talking, yo, it was like, yeah, that's what he was drinking. He was drinking hen dogs. I was like, I'm gonna have a mojito, yo. He was like, yeah, them shit is good, brother. I said, word, they are, man. It's my first one.
Yo, can I get the Hennessy? Hennessy on the rocks?
I spazzed out. My first mojito, I drunk it with AZ. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
My first mojito was in some Cuban club in Philly.
I thought it was you. I thought you were gonna say Cuba with your rich ass.
I'm not rich.
I don't like mojitos, so it don't really matter.
I ain't never had a mojito. I don't know if they're good or not.
You don't pee.
Hey, Just, why is Candy and P Nominal the dudes that's in your comments? You know, when you ask the question, they be like, I ain't never seen Star Wars before. Ain't nobody asking that shit.
Why even comment?
Yeah, well, don't stay out the conversation.
My bad.
My post.
Hold on. But
I really do delete those comments. Like if it's specific people, I really do, because there's no, and I tell them, I say, why are you here? Question mark. And I wait for them to see it, and then I delete whole shit.
Yeah,
I don't ask no motherfucking questions.
When they go into, because down with Facebook, we know you can comment, and then you can comment. Don't get in my feed. Like if just post something in the comments and I at him in his comment, don't come in my comments when you in a private conversation at that point in time. I don't want to hear your motherfucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
I don't mind
on the outside comments. These are insults.
I don't mind. It be happening. Sometimes it's funny.
I'm in here trying to hash out something with one man publicly.
Hey, is it me or does Keisha look
frozen
terrified?
Yeah, I think she's
okay.
Frozen.
All right.
We still love you.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, is
Bishop's
something
on the
going on?
bottom with me now. Hey, Bishop, you're next door to me now. Hey,
Bishop's a bottom.
Stop it. Nope. Hey, P-Nom, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Candy, how are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you.
Well.
You know, this would be a good time to get into our first topic. I mean, because I don't have.
Let's go. We're gonna start. Man, at some transitions, we're gonna say what we're gonna say.
Word.
No, skip that. We work hard for these transitions. Nope. P-Nom, go ahead. We work hard at this. Look.
No, we're gonna talk, but we just don't need to segue it.
It's okay. It's not segues.
We can say this is the bull in the bull.
Hey. Oh.
Well, look.
All right.
We're going into it then. Let's get into the bull and the bull then. So
we talking about the first topic?
I mean, I was he took me someplace else. I was gonna ask you how y'all feeling about Biden. You know,
I was gonna say it's officially been a week.
Yes.
A whole 7 days.
A whole 7 days.
Yeah, exactly. How y'all feeling?
We'll see. It's got some. He's off to a start. We'll just see what.
Outside of a couple of his executive orders, nothing
jumps off the page, really.
Well, with me being in the military community, the whole the topic of allowing trans people to serve in the military has come up in a few groups, as well as the almost like the bathroom situation. Has come up too, and people have been but I was like, I try not to because some people are sensitive when it comes to those topics and you speak your opinion, so I'm quiet.
I don't blame you. I've seen that he's trying to get these stimulus checks going. He's to do the 2,000 or whatever. What else did I see?
COVID task forces. He's actually appointing a team because there was no distribution plan created at all. So they had to move from the ground up. They implemented another order for what's it called? Environmental justice. That's just that's a political term for it. Environmental justice, which just refers to creating the idea, I guess, is to utilize the industry we already have, like Middle America, places that like coal mines, factory workers, and provide them with jobs via like clean or environmentally friendly work. So solar panel technicians, wind turbine technicians, so utilizing the spaces, places, and individuals that are already used to doing industrial work to create products here for us that we can also and then the United States buying into the United States actually purchasing from the United States industry. So it's not going to be, it won't be us buying masses of things from overseas. It'll be things that are created here, and I guess creating a cycle of supporting the system. So they did that. I don't know. There's a lot of work to do. There's a whole lot of, an old dude when he was here before, he didn't realize how many people he needed to hire and positions that he needed to appoint. So there, for the last 4 years, we've had a whole lot of empty spaces and places and things that have been left under the radar. So it's a whole lot of like reversal stuff and filling gaps in right now.
Well, that's how you see. Like I said, it's kind of like, when the day shift come in after night shift, and night shift just lasts a whole bunch of shit over, and vice versa. Like,
I hate that.
Yeah, no.
You just like, man, why the fuck you just didn't take the trash out? Why didn't you take the trash out? God damn it! Like when it wasn't an order in place, he didn't have a plan. That motherfucker said, "Yo, I'm about to lose. I ain't doing shit else."
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He was real petty and bitter. You know what I'm saying? He closed out stuff and was just like, all right, whatever.
Yep. So
but you know what? A lot of us get like that when we get fired from our job.
No, he did.
He got fired. He didn't quit. He got fired.
He got fired.
He did every petty shit that people do when they get fired. Like, no, I ain't going nowhere till I get my check. Like, nigga, just because you standing in that parking lot don't mean you still got to leave the building. I've always wondered that. Like, if you ever got fired from a job, has anyone right now like just sat out there and be like, I'm not going nowhere? Like, the fuck would you?
Yes,
because you said you weren't going nowhere, are they gonna be like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna go ahead and let you have your job anyway. We made the mistake.
Nah, never. I only got fired from one job, but Nah.
Yeah, I got fired from a job or whatever because I took a week off without. It was my first job. I didn't know you had to call. I didn't know you had to put in a week. I just thought you could just not show up.
That's okay. We got to learn. That's all right, Bishop. You learned, and you're still here and employed. So evidently, you figured something the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah. I realized when my dad told me later on, like, yeah, you know, you can't do that, right? I was like, why you ain't say nothing? He said, what, you ain't call out? I was like, why you ain't tell me to call out? But shit, it's your job. That's how my dad treated me. Like, it's your job. Get another job. You're 16. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
It's not going to be the most devastating in the gym. You're not paying rent. Shut the fuck up.
I got fired from this. I got fired from this dealership. I was basically stealing their cars, taking them and just driving them around. Put a whole bunch of miles on them and put them back on the spot.
Oh shit!
You know what? Good for you.
I'll just make sure it worked all right, boss. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take for a test drive. You know.
So what's
I'm just glad he got fired.
What's the best car you drove, man?
It was a Dodge dealership. I guess that's one of the reasons why I got so many, Dodge joints, But I think my favorite one at that time was the Intrepid I was driving. It was white peanut butter joint.
What year was it?
It was probably 98, 99, something like that.
Oh, it was the long skinny. It was the long
yeah, a little sleek front. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's when like the Durangos had first came out, the Dodge Dakotas and all those joints. You know what I'm saying? What was the Plymouth, the Prowlers? That whole year, you know what I'm saying? While all those cars was,
shout out to anybody who's got a Plymouth Prowler. If you've got one still, man, you the real MVP.
Nope. The winner is the Dodge Neon. Somebody with a whole ass Dodge Neon that
I used to have one.
down the street.
I don't have one now.
I'm saying today, I'm talking about in 2021. If you still got a Dodge Neon that moves,
that's drivable.
That's drivable.
Right.
I don't know what kind of voodoo magic you make, but that's what that is.
Those are the kind of cars that the steering wheel comes off in your hands.
If they get too wet, they shrink.
Yeah.
I've never been fired, by the way.
No? Oh,
ever.
Okay.
Ever.
But yeah, it was crazy. I used to have a Dodge Neon too. It wasn't stolen. I actually bought it. And,
it was you were borrowing them cars. You were borrowing.
But no, so this one, I was in the military and I had a Yukon, and this was when gas went up to $2 a gallon. And I was in the military. I was making like maybe $800 a month, $800 to $1,000 a month.
Is that what they pay the people that protect our freedoms?
Well, they don't have room and board and all that stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I got free room and board, free health care. You know what I'm saying? So
all right.
No cable bill. My only bill was my cell phone bill, car note, car insurance.
Okay, gotcha. That's dope.
I ate for free. You know what I'm saying? Everything. But I remember I was like, damn, this guy's killing me. And I seen this commercial about, the neons. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to go buy me a neon. So I had 2 cars and it was crazy. But everybody's clowning me because I was so tall getting out of a Dodge Neon.
Oh, no.
Back windows was rolled down. The front windows was electric. And I was like, shoot, this thing get 26 miles to the gallon. What you talking about? I don't care.
Come on, let's go to California.
You know what I'm saying? And I was
I
was with someone at the time, and she was in Augusta, Georgia, and so I was driving back and forth to Augusta, Georgia. I was up and down 20, so I was like, I need this mileage.
Word.
It's crazy.
And the only reason why they didn't stop you, Justin, because they realized you was in the Dodge. And I was like, that's too small. The keys would show. They was like, should we stop him? He's always up. No, the keys would show. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nowhere for them to go in that car.
There's nowhere. Not him and the keys.
Exactly. You see him getting out the car? He can't fit nothing else in there.
When I was pregnant with my first boy, and I think Shawana watching, she probably can attest to this story. I bought whatever the Dodge version was of the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I mean, the 3000.
Okay. I know some.
So it was it's red. I love that car.
It's a Stealth, Dodge Stealth.
But yes, Dodge Stealth. And so my at the time supervisor, Shawana, was like, girl, you're going to need to get another car. I was like, nah, I'll be fine. Add that baby. Because I learned my first car was a 2-seater. So I was used to them. Didn't have a problem getting in and out. But once I had the baby, there was nowhere for the car seat to go. So I literally had to put the passenger side, only me and him could ride in the car. I had to put the passenger seat all the way up and then the back up. And that's the only way the damn car seat would fit in the car. Wow. So I ended up getting a Montero after that. But it was like
the Mitsubishi Montero. Wow.
But I wish, like, I've had so many cars that I wish I still had. Like I had 1984 BMW 745. And I got into a slight fender bender. This was right before I had my second kid. I got into a slight fender bender, and it took so much money to fix that shit. I was like, I just basically sold it for real cheap to the like bootleg BMW dude that was gonna fix it for me. But I like think back, I'm like, shit, that car would have been worth a lot of money right now. It was a dope ass car.
It got me thinking about like the Suzuki Sidekicks, the Mazda MPVs. Remember
Let me say this right here. One of my homeboys to this day had a tracker. Like this mug was
the Geo Tracker.
He was driving a Geo Tracker. Shout out to my man Young Just. This nigga Young Just was driving a Geo Tracker in like 2006.
Oh, get it while you can get it.
Like that shit was dope. Yeah, Gallants.
The Gallants was nice, but they ain't last long.
No, they didn't.
Well, back in my day, if you had a Jetta, you was a shit. Like if you had a if your parents got you a Jetta,
or the Zuzu Troopers. Damn,
a Jetta or an Impala, like the old Impalas.
5.0s are still gonna always be the best car. 5.0s, BBSs. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen?
Okay, Kane. You gonna be playing Computer Love too? Like,
my uncle had the 5.0, man.
You gonna get a double burger with cheese?
Boy, that's he had a 5.0. No, he had an Audi. What? I'm sorry, he had an Audi. He had an Audi 5000. Yo, Audi 5000. Yeah. Now, niggas, you know that's when you had an Audi 5000 in Philly. That shit, you could, that was the Maybach.
You was pushing weight, yeah. You was pushing weight if you had an Audi 5000.
No, the straight because
Audis have never been cheap cars.
Yeah, exactly. So we had certain cars that we just called squatters, and it was just like straight. Everybody had them. It was easy to get, like the Chevy Celebrities, the Bonneville, the Bonnies. Yup, straight. Yeah,
Impalas. The Impalas. They weren't hard to get.
They wasn't.
We rocked what's the Regal joints?
The Regals, the Buick Regals.
Yep. Yeah, they had Buick Regals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you had a Grand National, you was the man.
Grand.
Yo, Ralph, absolutely.
Yep, the legends. Yep.
You had the legends.
Yeah,
boy.
Because wait a minute, let's see if y'all know what was the Brookman's version of it.
What, the Integra?
The Vigor.
The Vigor. Yep, the Ag Vigor. If you couldn't
anywhere, any Acura, like the Integra,
it's like the Team Jordan.
Any Ag, you could add any Ag.
It was like getting the Vigor was like getting Team Jordans.
But what's crazy is like that's their luxury brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. Which is not a lot. My first car was a 2-seater red convertible Fiat 124 Spider, and I used to pack probably it like 2-seater, like smaller than that Dodge Stealth. It was like nobody should have been sitting in the back seat. But when I was a senior in high school, I would pack like 8 people in that car.
My homeboy,
we'd be going slow, but we'd be going.
Yo, my homeboy, shout out to my man Smalls. He had an Eagle Talon, and that was the broke version of the Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Yeah, the Eagle.
Oh man, the Eagle Talon. I remember that was love.
My manager, Office Depot had one of them shits, just, and he went to the beach and he got y'all hear that feedback?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
That's me. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, while we're waiting, can we go on to the Bull and the Bull?
Yep, move it on.
All right. The Bull and the Bull. Bull and the Bull. Bull.
It's key.
It's key.
It's key.
key. Issue key.
So
let's get things started, man. The bull in the bull. King Just.
Bull in the bull.
Hey, man, they are Durham moves to protect residents against natural hairstyle discrimination. You hear about this?
No.
That includes the bald. Terrible.
I'm naturally bald.
Terrible,
Is that,
terrible.
I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You bald because of the Rodman colors you put in. Candy, tell us about it, man.
Facts, big facts.
Bishop and I had noticed we had had outside commentary on it a little bit. What it looks like is, where do we start? It's unfortunate that it's even right. It's unfortunate that we even have to think about this as something that it causes discrimination. But my hairstyle, Keisha's hairstyles, there are places and spaces where non-Black people perceive our hair as not professional because it's not straight. And we may walk into an interview and realize that jobs and opportunities aren't offered to us because of that, right? So a top, ethnic or racial discrimination, women in particular, but not necessarily because some men have dreadlocks, are discriminated against in regards to this, right? So what it is put in place to do is combat that kind of discrimination from happening to Durham residents. And it's a movement that took hold maybe about 2 years ago across the nation. And there are some other cities and states that have also put forth efforts to outlaw it. Outlaw it as well. And I know in other conversations, Patrick asked about how if I ever felt like that had happened to me, if anybody's ever commented on it to me, and no one's ever commented directly, but what happens is you get messaging, right? When I press my hair out and I go into, when I was working more like 9 to 5 or traditional jobs, and I'd go in to work with straight hair, I'd get, "Oh, you look so nice. Your hair looks so pretty." Meanwhile, my hair is out. It's still my hair. Yeah, right. Just there's messaging. There's back end stuff that you get that says that this is what you're supposed to look like. Oh, you're gonna wear it like that to this event? So you get that kind of messaging from people. And I remember when I stopped teaching and I went out to go look for other work, the first thing I thought I needed to do was straighten my hair. Like, I remember thinking I needed to straighten my hair for these interviews, for these potential opportunities, so that it won't go stay straight, but I need to blow it out to trick them.
Interview.
I've been in corporate America for 20, however long it's been since I've been out of college. And if I go to an interview, not so much now that I'm 46, but when I was younger, my hair would be straight. And this law does a lot, or this ordinance does a lot to, it's a first step, but if it's not backed up with kind of programs behind implicit bias, then it's really not going to do anything, because one, North Carolina is an at-will state. So it's very hard in North Carolina to prove racial bias of any kind in a court of law.
Right.
But the law being present kind of sets the precedent that this is not what we're about. And that's encouraging from, I guess, a municipal standpoint, kind of setting the tone for the whole jurisdiction. But honestly, if a white man doesn't choose you because you wore your hair kinky coily to an interview, and Cindy and you have the same or similar background, experience, personality, or whatever, there's really nothing there. That law's not going to help that. You understand what I'm saying? So without,
I think unless you have to prove that though, right?
Yeah, you have to prove it, right? And that's another discrimination. You have to prove discrimination. It is super hard unless you get a smoking gun. Basically, It's not going to happen.
But again, I think it's like this though, Key, because of the people that we're thinking about. We're thinking about because we have to realize that sometimes putting a rule into place will change a lot of people over. You know what I'm saying? Because people are very, very, as we can see, very easily influenced.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So those people that is because it's people that follow the letter of the law to the T, you know. And then if someone of importance says you cannot do this, you know what they do? Well, we can't do it anymore, and it changes their mind. You know what I mean? It's just like because we've seen this before. Because we have gullible ass motherfuckers that ran up some steps and got into buildings they shouldn't have been into. True. Because somebody said something. So we got to take those. We understand that America is full of a bunch of sheep. So,
but they're sheepish towards shit that's going to benefit.
But no. But I'm saying
no, they're not.
You do.
You can't say
no, that they think is going to benefit them.
Right. But what I'm saying
is, put that think in there.
But if they think they're going to get in trouble, because a lot of people don't know what the law is. So if you put in the law and say, hey, you can't do this anymore, they don't know that it's going to be hard to prove that shit. So it's about hitting those motherfuckers. It's just like, I'm not gonna hire Keisha because she got kinky curlies. But when this law come in, it's a motherfucker that will hire you right now and just be like, okay, I'm gonna look at this and more so probably lean in because I don't want to be seen as the bad guy.
I don't agree. I've dealt with a lot of different human resource departments, human resource professionals, hiring managers over my career in North Carolina. It's going to set a precedent. It is going to help move us to the places that we need to be, but it really is not going to make a difference with Chet sitting up in his office. It's not, he doesn't give a fuck because Chet knows that it's an at-will state. Chet knows that if he does these three and hires this person as opposed to this person, then he's okay. There's no basically paper trail of, it's hard to prove that you have two candidates and they have the same credentials and you didn't hire one because of their hair or the color of their skin. It's hard.
I'm going to be on the end of hopefulness that it is a step in the right direction as opposed to it ain't gonna do it. Yeah, it's a step in the right direction and it sets the precedent. And I think that because of the fact that the triangle area is like the like national like natural hair capital of America anyway. Like I gotta think real hard to think of some woman I know who has a relaxer right now. Like I have to really think about somebody who got a perm.
Candace Owens.
I said here.
Triangle, sir. Don't you ever mention her name on this podcast again.
Listen, I will mention the name of Candace Owens anytime I want to feel Candace Owensy. Listen, Candace Owens, you are welcome to Intelligently Ratchet so we can roast.
She got a baby now. She's busy. She had a baby. She busy.
Enough of that. So
thank you, y'all.
I didn't even
keep going, Pino.
We don't mention Voldemort here. So moving right along. Since we're talking about Bull City news, there may be a new mayor on the come up. So Elaine O'Neill is running for mayor of Durham, North Carolina. Key, you want to take that? Tell us a little bit about her.
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna take over for Key.
Bishop, if you don't
Bishop Omega, I'm gonna take over.
Something's wrong with Bishop's connection.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Stop it. But no, so Miss O'Neill is going to run for mayor. Steve Schul, which is a friend of the show. Shout out to the show. He's been on the show 2 times.
2 times.
Yep.
Guess what? No other podcast has had the mayor on there 2 times. You know what I mean? Even though that podcast that I speak of was 3rd in voting, but guess what? They
Shout
have
out to them. You know what? I want to pause that because I don't think we ever really gave them, at least not for me. So shout out to y'all. Congratulations to Straight to Tape on that, accolade, that nomination. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy for them.
P,
How the fuck Bishop Shady? He's on the damn show.
Quiche, you know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you, Justin. But how the fuck is Bishop Shady? He's on the damn show.
Yeah. It's because he's a comedian. He thinks it's funny. That's all this is.
I don't know, and that's not because I think it's funny.
I have an 18-year-old that thinks shit is funny. You know what I do?
Listen, what I'm gonna say is this right here, because the fact is that I'm an important key player on both places. It's kind of like soccer players. I'm ill in the doll. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in France. I'm killing in France, but I'm a nice role player when it comes to the LA Galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now what were you talking about?
Yeah, let's get back on. Let's get back. So,
damn, y'all ain't like my motherfucking analogy? Okay, fuck it. Okay.
Mayor Shul. What's up, Steve?
Mayor Shul. Anyway. Shout out Steve. We call him Steve around here. But he doesn't know if he's gonna go run for re-election this year. But yeah, and Miss O'Neill is one of the friends of the show, Truett's aunt. So she's been on a bunch of diversity boards and everything like that. So she's gonna be coming in. If y'all didn't know, she's a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Blackity black.
Judge. She's a judge, correct?
She's a judge. So it's like she knows the law. She's coming in. She's going to be a great candidate. And I'm really excited to see some of the platforms she's on, because I'm one of the people right now that's really focusing on my local government.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's like, because Steve Schultz did his thing. He came on, and it was like this when he was like, yo, certain stops, like there has not been a bunch of stop and frisk or roadblocks and shit in Durham. Like, I don't know the last time someone has gone on Facebook and said it's a roadblock on Cheek Road or it's a roadblock on Port Palace. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with him putting that stuff into place, you know, more policing has been done and going to different places. So yeah, I think that I'm going to pay close attention to this. If Steve Schul comes out, then I'm going to see if she's on my same path. Then we'll definitely go ahead and vote for her.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see folks' platforms versus just their faces, because I can appreciate that in a city that has a large population of Black and brown people, have someone that represents them in that capacity. However, sometimes that person's agenda doesn't necessarily align with what's best for the city. So I'm really interested to see moving forward what she's looking to do, change, what matters to her. I know she's from Durham, so she's been here for the progression and the development, working within, the municipality. She has some understanding of the ins and outs in a way that sometimes our mayors may not have. Right. And then to still be residing here, to seem to be involved in a lot of equity work. She could be the individual, because again, the mayor ain't making laws, y'all. It's your city council, it's your city manager, right? It's other components of the local government municipality, right? But that's who brings those people in. That's who brings the two hands together and says, "Hey, we need to do this. Hey, da 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 and da 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 da. Can y'all get together? Da 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 da." Right? So I'm interested. I want to know more.
And I feel like that she's probably going to have a better than you know what I'm saying. That's my man Rob Thornton that's out there.
Clay Davis, baby.
He's rewatching The Wire. So you know what I'm saying. So
I just did that.
I might have started.
I've never watched it. I watched the first episode.
You what? You said you did what? What? Get her out of here. Get her out. Get her out of here. You will not watch The Wire.
That makes me so sad.
She probably don't know.
I've told y'all this before.
I know, so you're gonna get it every time.
I can't get into it. Well, this is what it is. It's one of those shows where I have to. You want to know why? Yeah, I can't get into it. I'll be painting and doing shit with my eyes, so I need dialogue-rich stuff. The Wire's not dialogue-rich. You got to sit and watch and see all the intricacies and the movements. And I don't be wanting to sit still that long. just to do that and not paint. I like painting. I just don't. Sorry, if I got a narrator.
Like seven. How many seasons did it? 5 or 7?
Seven.
I think
it was
7 seasons.
Of The Wire?
Long.
No, it's 5. It's 5 seasons.
5 seasons. Okay.
5 seasons.
Right, 5.
I'm about to say. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
No,
because the one with the little boys with Boogie and all them was the last one with the little boys.
So it's only 3 or 4. It's not 5.
It's 5.
You had the first one, then you had the Docs.
The Docs was
you had the Docs was trash. It's either 3 or 4. It's not.
No, it's 5. It's 5.
It's 5.
Okay.
Because the young boys when
and then we gotta go into Marlo and all that. Yeah.
And Snoop and all them. Snoop was on season 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man. So shout out. Look, what I'm gonna say is right here. Shout out to Rob for watching The Wire, man, and shout out to Durham for like you know what I'm saying, just being Durham himself. Because I've seen Durham remember when you couldn't walk outside in Durham, it was dope.
Nah, I never experienced.
I remember 1993. In Walltown, and the ball ticket man.
Walltown.
And I remember, I remember when you needed to stay your ass in after dark when you heard. I remember it was different. Yeah,
I mean, I've always been like, I was coming down here in the mid '80s and all through the '90s because my aunt moved out here, so I was always coming out here during the summer. Mm-hmm. And she always stayed around like East Durham, Hyde Park, Austin Ave. You know what I'm saying? Always stayed in the area. And I mean, you say you can't come outside. So I was always outside. You know, I know we had to go to the joint. We had to go to that pool. You had to pay $1. I think it was like at Taylor Street in something like. But it was like, nah. I never thought it was bad. Like it's not compared to Philly.
I was all through the Durham streets in the early 90s.
Can I say this right here?
Oh, great.
Mid 90s. All through.
Durham is one of coming from Philly and coming to Durham. It's like this. If you're from a big city and you come down to Durham, like Durham is rough as shit. Like Durham shit rings bells. Like
Durham is just a bad neighborhood.
Yo. So it's like this. But Durham ring bells because you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is right here. But what Durham cats do, if you not fucking with the people that shoot you, they will not shoot you. They're not going out their way to be like, oh, this nigga Fadoop ass nigga. Let's hit him over the head with some shit.
What kind of? A Fadoop
ass nigga. Fadoop, a goofy ass nigga. Like I've been in front of the Chinese store and this happened. Like my man's walking in the Chinese store to get his food and the cat stopped him, said, "Hey man, have you ever seen the stars behind the moon?" He said, "What?" And he looked up. And when he looked up, snuffed him for no other reason but to practice on how to knock somebody the fuck out.
So, Bishop, this story is about you, is what you're telling us.
Right he woke up. Somebody here.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I
Fu Young.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. Ain't nobody take my damn Fu Young, because guess what? A crackhead robbed me before, and David, my father, was like, "Yo, what that crackhead have on?" I said he had a well-tailed coat. I was in the bath. That mug, I just heard him run up the stairs. He opened up the bath because in the row house, you know what I'm saying. Your bathtub is right by your steps, right? So he ran up the stairs and was like, "Yo," because he saw the crackhead try to rob me in front of the house. Because it's a corner house, you on their backyard, and then it's your house that runs into the joint. So I was on a corner house and they had a chain link fence. My pops was sitting, putting Christmas lights up. This is around Christmas time. This dude had on a wife beater and Magic Johnson shorts. I'm talking about the real short shorts.
Around Christmas in Philadelphia?
He was in the house. He was putting up the.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So he putting it right, and he sitting there looking at me, and he steps outside. He thought it was like one of the older kids because I was teeny. He thought it was one of the older kids just fucking with me. And my pops from Philly, he like, I know they rough him up and shit. They're gonna beat him up or whatever. And he looked at me. I was like, this nigga said he's gonna stab me. When I say my pop came out with his flip flops on and chased this nigga in the snow like 3 blocks.
That's love.
That's love.
That's how you're supposed to do.
And then what he did was he ruined the dude's coat. and he was like, "Yo, he had the well-tail coat on, great coat with the well-tail joint, the zip up, you know what I mean? Boom." So he caught the crackhead in the Chinese store and fucked that nigga up. Like
okay.
The drug dealers on a block was like this. Yo, do not fuck with him. Whatever you do, this one, don't fuck with him. So it was like, yo, my pop beat the shit out of crackhead. It was great. You know what I'm saying? He tried to rob me. So that's how it is. I'm sorry. Did I go to the place?
Yeah, you went rabbit hole.
All the way, boo. All the way. Now what's
the way down to the bottom of the rabbit hole?
Damn it.
We got some more North Durham things to be prideful about, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
We got
show your pride.
Shut up, yo.
Show your pride. Show that Eagle pride.
The Super Bowl's coming up.
Bird game. All day. 2 Central alumni will be playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this USA's Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. What's his name? Brian Smith and Nick Leverett. I always want to make his name something else. My bad, y'all. So even though Central can't be playing, they aren't able to play. Their football team here isn't able to play this year or right now. It's nice that there's some other way for them to be considered, like thought of, something for them to look toward or champion on, as well as the fact that we all about trying to get top tier athletes to HBCUs, right? Bringing in more money, right? Bringing in more viewership. We know how this game is played, and I don't mean the physical game of football. I mean the game of college athletics.
Right.
So if schools are going to benefit from mostly Black athletes, right? HBCUs, predominantly Black universities, should be able to benefit as well, and it's a good way to shine some light on that university, I think.
So I've got a question.
Go ahead.
If we're in regards to, I want to piggyback a question off what you just said, Candy. Now, I didn't play sports in college, but I just want to understand a little bit better. Is there? It's just a perceived lack of opportunity going to a HBCU when you're a top tier player, like in regards to being recruited to the league of your choice? Is that what it is? Like if you're trying to get to the NFL, you don't want to go to a HBCU even though they're D1. Is that what the general consensus is?
Yeah. No, what it is TV. It's TV. It's kind of like the reason. Like let's talk about this. If Central was getting the better package than Duke, Zion would have came to Central. You know what I'm saying? It's about like the exposure because, well, let's take it back. Before the AAU really popped off, you know what I mean? You had to go to a big name school to really get that exposure. Now, if you could just ball your fucking ass off, they'll find you. But it's so many cats that would have been better than Jordan, that would have been better than your Charles Barkley, would have been better than Patrick Ewing, because they went to lower ranked schools, Division II schools, HBCUs, and the fact is that they don't get the TV time.
Okay.
Right. So they don't get, and then when you don't get the TV time, you don't get the best of the players. Now, yes, you will find a Ben Wallace. You will find certain Connie Hawkins. You will find certain, outstanding athletes that can't be denied, right? And then they go to the league and they bust ass. And it's kind of like, so with this right here, with Central being a D1 school and having 2 people in the Super Bowl, what happens if they win the Super Bowl, what you can do, you can use that as a recruiting tool.
Right.
Yeah. They can come out and speak. They can come out and, hey, I won a Super Bowl. I came from Central.
Yeah.
And what it is now with like a lot of different athletes now, this is a new generation that's kind of right there on the bubble, on the cusp, be like, yo, hey, let's go ahead and start taking our talents to these Black universities.
Yeah. That's a new movement.
And when you do that, then you're going to see that difference. And then what it's going to do, hopefully, all the talent comes to the Black universities and they ball the fuck out, and then it evens the field. Then it's like, okay, now Howard can compete with a Virginia Tech.
That's right. Because once you have the top talent, then you have more asses and seats, You have more visibility. Your program has more money, and then you can the playing the playing field. No pun intended, but is what it is a little bit more even, and it makes it even easier for those players to say, "I'm gonna go there." Mm-hmm. Right.
And again, and Candy, it's like this. We can see it with Central. Central was a Division II school for so long, and Central start busting ass. And when they start busting ass in football and basketball, they was like this. You know what? Let's move them up to D1. And as you can see,
where people could see it, right?
Where people could see it.
Where people could see.
But then now Central was this right here. Even though they play Duke, they might not beat Duke but they play. They're playing Duke.
They need to play.
But it's like this. Do you see the buildings that are going up on Central now?
Yeah.
You see that, you know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to look like not the black colleges in Durham, we're the other colleges in Durham.
Right. Yep.
So good point. So shout out to those dudes. Also, I want to give a major shout out to the Bucks for having all their assistant, like most of their coaching staff is all black. Brian Leftwich. Yep. They are black and they black.
We'll see if anybody makes it to head coach role.
Yeah.
Yo, first of all,
going for the Super Bowl?
It's really kind of
I'm going with the Bucks.
me. So to me, that one that does not study sports and just looks at it for basically racial diversity. It kind of is not ever been about the lower ranking coaches. It's always been about the head coach.
Yo, right. Key, who you got for the Super Bowl? Who's winning?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm so anti Tom Brady, so whoever Tom Brady ain't playing for.
So you going with Mahomes?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going for that. I mean, I like Andy Reid. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
So that's why I'm going for it. Yeah.
I'm kind of because Andy Reid was a long-time Eagles coach or whatever, and we love his fat ass to death. But when you put all them goddamn defensive coordinators and everybody look like me on that, and Arian is kind of like a black dude. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, he smoked Black and Miles during the game. He wear do-rag.
No. His name's Arian though.
Coach Arian is the dope, yo. He like, hey man, how's everything going? He sound like, you know who he sound like? Remember when Robert Downey Jr. played the black guy in Tropic Thunder? He's like, hey, what's going on with you right now, Keisha? All right. He wears sweatpants with no drawers. I'm going with that. I'm going with him because I want to see Brian Leftwich with a ring. I like that.
All right. Tropic Thunder coach.
Tropic Thunder.
I'll look out for that.
You love it.
Nah, you know, I'm going for Mahomes because he's black, and
I'm going for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody black.
Everybody
black. No, Keisha, you probably
Andy
like
Reid
Travis.
is. I'm going for, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Candy, go ahead.
It's not important. I was just making a joke about the fact that Keisha probably like Travis. What's his name? Travis Kemp. What's his last name? Travis, white boy Travis with a black girlfriend.
No.
Oh, you talking about Kelsey? Yo, first of all,
yeah.
His brother played on me and Justin's team as a center.
Travis, that's right. I forgot about that. His brother wild. Yep. His brother's bananas. Yeah.
His brother came when we won a Super Bowl. He came out in a Mummers outfit. That shit was dope as fuck.
No.
Travis Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going for the Bucks. We got the Bucks.
Going for the Bucks.
I'm going for the Bucks. I'm locking it in.
Is
what you got, P?
Kansas City.
I'll be honest. I don't watch enough football to have a particular team I'm going for, but if it's
just
not,
pick by color.
We'll go with the Bucks then. You pick the Bucks. I trust you. We'll go with them.
Let's pick a color like me.
Pick the pretty colors.
Black.
Hey, Justin, you got KC, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear that Roy approved to-go drinks?
Keisha, this happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
When though? How did I miss it?
That was like
I told you about this.
Yeah.
I thought it was a potential. I didn't realize he had done it.
It went down.
All right.
It's all right.
Hold on. I just found out this tidbit. Speaking about the drinks, and I'm sorry, we're gonna get back on topic.
Go ahead.
What you got?
But did you know Keurig, the coffee maker, has a cocktail machine now.
You talking about? I'm talking about old stuff that's been around for years.
Yeah,
I didn't know this. I just found out today. Years old.
It's still tasty. It's all right, baby. You gonna get one?
But it's $300. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting the cocktail.
Just get your just juice on. You can get your just
alcoholism. My alcoholism won't let me buy something that's over $150.
And then you have to buy the little pods to make it drink.
Oh God, that's too much. That's too much. That's extravagant for no reason.
Too much for
that's
the
what people like P Nominal. They have extra money from DJing that doesn't drink a lot. Like, here, you want a Cosmopolitan?
Exactly.
Hey, would you like a Manhattan?
Would you like?
I just got finished drinking an old fashioned. You
go put it in the wrong Keurig. You're like, do you want a hot Cosmopolitan? This shit is on fire.
Coffee. He put a coffee pot in there with the liquor.
That does sound something I would do. I ain't gonna lie. Sounds like me.
A hot coffee pot. Hot liquor, Lord have mercy. Like hot liquor ain't nothing like hot. Have you ever been
hot liquor? Oh my God, I have hot liquor in the pool. Oh, I do. You light your fire pit and you go in the backyard and you put hot tea and honey and some
tea. I can do.
No, you gotta put the bourbon. You gotta put
the bourbon in it. Yeah,
right.
You gotta put the bourbon in it, like with the hot.
I thought you was doing like sake,
or in your or you can put bourbon in your coffee on a Saturday morning.
Sake, you warm up. That's what I'm saying. When you saying hot liquor, I was like,
yeah, you warm that.
I'm down for breakfast wine. I do the breakfast wine thing, Key, where you you pour a whole glass before you go to bed at night, and then when you wake up in the morning, science makes it taste like magic.
You're right. I believe you. I agree. Actually, I agree.
Excuse me, fellas. Can we talk amongst ourselves? Why have we not been just open up a bottle of Thunderbird and leaving about a nightstand? I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't just put me on to some shit.
No.
I don't think it worked for the Thunderbird, man.
Don't do Thunderbird. Just buy the Snoop Dogg wine.
A red wine.
You know what? I did not like that.
You didn't like it?
It wasn't good.
It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't like, it's not my favorite red wine, but my favorite red blend. But I expected it, I guess, because somebody told me it was supposed to be sweet, but I bought it because it was Snoop Dogg and I'm hip hop mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't as sweet as I imagined it to be, so it wasn't horrible, but it's not the best. But I do like 13 Crimes though. I do like their Merlot and their other red blend with the white man on the bottle. Look, that Snoop Dogg is a little too sweet.
If it's not like a Napa Cab, that's my place of happy. Yes, I said it. Like I said it to somebody one time, and it was like,
Napa Cab.
Like, oh, what you want me to bring? You want anything to drink? And I'm like, a Napa Cab. And they
don't know them. No,
they didn't understand, and I feel bad.
He could delete it because he didn't know what that meant.
He didn't. He just
I bought something else. No.
You know, hey, Josh, tell us, you gonna be shading me. You ain't gonna shade me.
No, it wasn't me. I don't know if it wasn't me.
I just bring that shit, girl.
I just bring what I bring.
Shit.
Drink this Thunderbird. Shut up.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I put this in a Napa Cab bottle. You wouldn't know the difference. I put this goddamn Thunderbird in this Napa Cab bottle.
You say that shit, Bishop, I'm buying you some Napa Cab and some other shit, and you gonna drink it for breakfast in your coffee cup, and you'll be like, you gonna hit me up, you gonna send me a video, and you're gonna be like, damn.
Listen, what I'm gonna say is this right here: as a father of small children, I can't drink during the morning.
Yes, you can. Just put it in a coffee cup.
Wine. That's right, you can drink wine.
Put it in a coffee cup.
It's wine, it's not liquor, it ain't gonna hit you that hard.
You're not an alcoholic if it's in a coffee cup.
Amen. That's right. Tell them.
Wine in the morning gives you like a good up ramp to the day.
Yeah.
You know, like you're happy, you're in the mall, you get on the escalator, you know, you go up, and you might be having music in your headphones, you dancing. And then when you get to the top, you like kind of skip off and keep on walking. That's what it does.
Yep.
There we go.
It gives you that little whoo, yes.
Yeah. And red wine's perfect because you ain't got to worry about being cold, and that's why you can again use red wine. Red wine is breakfast wine. Pour a full cup, leave that shit out overnight. You get up, magic has happened.
In the summer, especially, I put ice in my red wine. I chill my red wine in the summer.
I wish I had an off button for you. I love you though.
You don't.
Hold on.
But I like it cold.
Chip. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you.
It double.
No, I did.
Yo.
Thank you.
Where's the Sharpie in my paper? Hold on.
That was me, actually. I did it.
It's okay. You did it on Bishop's behalf, so
No, I did it on the strength of Candy.
Where's my Sharpie?
I appreciate it. I needed it so bad. I don't ask for much, y'all. I don't ask for much. I don't ask.
Cold red wine.
All right, so we're gonna move on from Alki news and
talk
about a little bit of Ratchet news with my boy Bishop.
Yeah.
Yo,
so,
what was the story you told about that somebody with a peep show with the Christmas lights? What was that?
Fuck yeah.
Peep show Christmas lights?
That's what you put in the notes. You said Christmas light peep show. It says
Bishop.
Okay. What is that, man?
Listen.
Is this about you too? Do we need to brace ourselves?
Listen, hold on.
Was it on OnlyFans?
It was. Jesus Christ, where is my Christmas?
I don't have OnlyFans, but I have only hands.
Well, that's a nice shirt. Hold on, let me blow you up real quick. Let me see.
Oh no, my hair is all weird. Why would you do that? Oh, my shirt.
Your hair is lovely. Don't come on camera on the show intelligently ratchet, expecting that we're not going to do a close up and you're saying that your hair looks.
You're right. I wasn't prepared because I was playing in my hair because I was thinking. My bad. I'm sorry, Patrick. Phenom. I blame Keisha. It's her fault for me doing that.
It's all great.
Thank you for the complimentation on the shirt durations.
Hey, yo, you know what? I cannot find the article for the Christmas like peep show. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna
slide into something else.
Yo,
we're gonna skip over that and
this is the Ratchet part of the show.
Yes. Hey, listen, the Ratchet part of the show. But I got
all the next
topic I want to talk about. I'm excited about this next topic. We're gonna talk about Keisha Cole versus Ashanti. I'm just gonna let me give myself a solo real quick. I told you. I tried to told you. Ashanti. I told him. I said, yo. I said, listen. Ashanti is gonna win this hands down. Hands down is all Ashanti. I said this from the rip. I told you. I told you. Listen. I'm gonna let y'all get into it. I'm gonna let y'all say what you need to say, but I told you Ashanti's gonna win. That's all I
P.
That's all I needed.
I also want to rewind the tape on this. I also want to run the tape on this and let y'all know that I also picked Ashanti with P. You know what I'm saying? So
I was me and P talked on the phone for like an hour and a half earlier today. He bring it up. He was holding on to this. That's how he say nothing else.
I was ready. Let me say I was ready to talk about this. I was ready to talk about this.
Listen, let's
go.
That day was a horrible day for me. I don't even remember why. It doesn't matter. But I know Candy hit me up, was like, yo, you watching this? I was like, I'm not watching that shit.
It was bad. I just want her to know how bad it was.
I had seen all the comments on social media, like she was an hour and a half late and blah, 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 blah. Nope, not going to do it.
So let's sprinkle.
I just needed you to see for reference, even if it was reference for right now. I just needed you to see, Keisha. That was all it was. I didn't want you to watch because I ain't watched the shit because it won't shit to watch. Shit to watch.
Hold on. Yes, it was.
It was something to watch.
Whoa.
Boobies. There's lots of boobies, weren't there?
Listen.
In the building.
Listen, what I'm saying is right here. Those women, those beautiful women.
Gorgeous women.
You hear what I'm saying? Oh, these are goddesses of R&B and singing potential.
Hey. There goes the Reverend Doctor.
Listen,
part of the show.
What I'm gonna say, sweater puppies be announced, okay?
Oh my God.
Sweater puppies?
Keisha, maybe it'll stop if we just don't respond.
No, but I want to know what a sweater puppy is.
You know what the fuck a sweater puppy is.
Puppies that go in your sweaters. Okay, listen. All right. Listen.
Had to wipe the brow on that one.
I say. Okay, listen. That right there was a well put together versus. What I'm saying is like a congregation. Stop me if you hear me. Listen, when I'm gonna say this, it was over the top. But nah, man. But really, what got me though to be in all serious, you could bring me back to small. What got me in all serious was the meme when I saw Keisha Cole smiling, and she had the 2 bumps of cocaine behind her. I said, you know what? That's why she was an hour and a half late.
Yes, even though like somebody literally told me that she kept walking off a stage, like walking off a camera and coming back and walking off and coming back and said she was taking bumps of cocaine.
Did y'all see the live? Did you see Did you see her live afterwards though?
No.
No, I didn't.
So her live afterwards, she was on to attempt to explain her behavior.
What'd she say?
What was her explanation?
So what she said was that OT, I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, thank you. Was there, and he was saying that she was upset about her stream, that the live stream was fuzzy, and he was like, people aren't going to be able to see you. Your sound might be distorted, and they told her after they got there that the sound that they were supposed to use, they weren't going to be able to use.
Yep.
So she was frustrated by those components supposedly. And I'm not saying it's good or bad or right, but they were supposed to be waiting for the stream to clear up, and that's what the hold was. She could have gone on and it been crappy, but she didn't want to. And OT Genesis or whatever, she said he was coaxing her to like wait for it to get better, so she did, but she was upset about having people wait. So her mood was all off once she got there. And then she said that she didn't want to sit in the chair, like up in the screen like that. I think she wanted to be dancing around. And whoever structured the whole like Queen Thrones thing for them, I guess she didn't really want that. And so she was off.
So let me jump in. So we're touching on a few different things. So I guess the initial conflict, like you said, she came in late. Ashanti was there, just trying to keep the fans, trying to hold the crowd's interest so they ain't turn on the whole situation.
What was the viewership numbers, P?
High.
They ended up getting 6 million total views. I believe it was it was 4 million via Apple, and then the rest was IG.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean, at different points, not at the same time.
Just total, like they count, like if you go in and stay for so many seconds, they count you as a viewer. So if it's 5 seconds, if I go in, stay for 5 seconds, then I'm counted as a viewer. Then I go back, if I go do something else and go back in for at least 5 seconds, I'm counted as a viewer.
Yeah.
So it's structured. So I was thinking about that too, Keisha. That like people were going in and out because nothing was happening. Like, all right, and you come back to
right.
They need to take
it down a little bit. Like people who actually watched for a sustained amount of time.
Yeah.
So however, 15 niggas watching Ashanti come.
Right.
Coming back.
However, I mean, still 6 million people gotta think though. Like your average insert person here, Instagram Live, they're not generating that many comings and goings no matter what.
Because they're not, because the previous the previous verses, they started late, but not that late.
Yeah, like
so. If if you like P, you probably logged on and stayed on the whole time, right? But if I'm watching on my phone, right, and it's supposed to start at 8, and it gets to be 8:30, and it's not on, I probably close the app out, go do something else, go cook dinner, go run to the store, go talk to my kids, do whatever, log back in. That's 2. Another 15 minutes, they're not there. Do it again, log out. So one person could have counted for
that's true.
How many ever times of views. So it doesn't, like, the quality of that versus does not match the number of viewers
No.
because of the way they're counting the number of viewers.
No.
Well, the quality in general was off. The quality was not what it should have been in comparison to the other verses, especially the ones that we just recently had. Like, if you compare this to the Patti LaBelle one, or you comparing this to any recent,
where everybody was together.
Not even just that, just the quality. Well, okay, we start with that. They were in 2 different locations. That was the initial problem. So Ashanti's Wi-Fi, whatever, was much better than Keisha's. She wasn't that clear at first. I mean, it would kind of come and go. And then, like you said, with Keisha's, she wanted to be up, and it was a point in time when she was like, she was so determined to stand up and sing that she was like this, right? Like, what are you looking at, Keisha? We all we see is like the bottom of your outfit. We don't see you. I don't know, but let's talk. Let's leave the technical stuff to the side. Let's talk about these hits. And Ashanti murdered her. Keisha Cole, you lost. You
murdered?
Murdered her.
What would you say the score was?
Hold on. I didn't do a full. I did a full recap, like round for round. I didn't count it up. I can count it up right quick. As if I need to count it up. Let me see. 1, 2.
Let's do a quick recap.
Let's do a quick recap.
Round and then we'll both go to which one.
Round 1. Keisha Cole, I Changed My Mind versus Ashanti's Happy.
Ashanti.
I gave it to Ashanti.
I get that one.
So that's 1. All right. So round 2 was Keisha Cole, I Should Have Cheated versus The Way That I Love You by Ashanti.
Keisha.
Give it to Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
I actually gave that one to Ashanti.
Okay.
What about Cam? No dog in the.
First of all, I don't even know what song that Ashanti song is.
I didn't know that song was huge.
That's why you just give it to Keisha, because you don't even know the song.
You can always give you always give everything to Keisha.
Who? No, I don't. I just gave the first song to Ashanti.
Then you did it wrong.
Round 3, we got Keisha Cole, Enough or No Love featuring Lil Wayne versus Ashanti, Don't Leave Me Alone. I gave that one to Ashanti. What about you guys?
Okay.
That was actually one of my favorite songs off of any of her albums. That's off the Concrete Rose. Y'all need to check that out. I actually had that out. So
Ashanti.
Round 4, Keisha Cole, Shoulda Let You Go versus Ashanti's Rock With You. It's 2 summer bangers head to head.
Keisha.
I'm from up top. I'm gonna go with Ashanti.
All right.
I liked it. I like Ashanti music.
Hang on, fatherly duties, counts. Wait, baby, I'm on live.
You muted.
Hey, go ahead.
He's trying to cover that reverend microphone. Like we can't hear him.
Hey, go ahead, handle it. All right, we're gonna talk about some other stuff until he comes back.
You better get out here. Like Pete, look, y'all can't see this behind the scenes. Y'all can't see this behind the scenes.
She smacked him
with the bottom of the microphone. Oh my God, he is pistol whipping his baby.
Baby, I'm on live.
I'm sure you're supposed to put a figure 4 or put your 7-year-old in a full Nelson, a half Nelson, but not the full Nelson.
This is reflective of kind of how that battle went. It went like this, just like this. It fizzled. It happened. It moved. It entered slow and fizzled fast.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, and that's fine. So,
what's the next topic though? While Pete gone.
Oh,
I don't know, but I didn't know if he could bring stuff back in. But let me hit your mic. I got you. Production work. Okay, but
So since that wasn't, we talking about our homeboy. You talking about that entered in and fizzled fast. Our homeboy McGregor, Conor McGregor, got his ass. Listen,
what is that?
Hold on. Got his ass whipped.
My man lost $100 million.
Absolutely, $100 million.
So here again, I'm gonna speak for the people that I don't really follow this shit, but I do read, and I read that he like some type of white supremacist type on some white supremacist type shit.
Who kind of
is that just the internet not lying to me?
Okay, it sounds like
non-sports fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I never heard that.
Looking for it. It's the woke. I'm sorry, Kim. The Wokemon got you.
The Woken Mind. No, they didn't get me because I asked questions from my trusted friends.
That's right.
Prior to proliferating.
I mean, as much as he talked about with Mayweather, he never said anything racial. I never felt any racial undertones. I felt a lot of trolling. I mean, the man got a suit and had the pinstripes said "fuck you, Mayweather." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was dope.
Okay.
Like
I never the Woken Mind would take that and run with it. So I get it. Okay, y'all continue.
I was about to say, it's not like you talking about Kobe Covington. It don't sound like you talking about Conor McGregor.
Kobe Covington is a white supremacist.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about him. I know nothing about him.
He's a lame, so we gonna talk about him anyway. But anyway,
okay. So back
to the fight. So what was you guys? Were you rooting for Conor? Were you rooting against him? Now for backstory.
I like Conor McGregor. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? As far as who he is in the UFC, you know what I'm saying? I like his personality. I like the swag and all that stuff.
I like his walkout music.
I fucking dig Conor McGregor because you know what I'm saying, and I like this right here, this part right here when he just walk in just with his pelvis in front of his chest. Like I love that shit. It's like almost like George. It's like almost like a George Jefferson walk. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's like George Jefferson meets Vince McMahon. That's like
right.
That's funny. That's an interesting way to look at it.
I fuck with Conor because the dude can fight.
He can.
Now
he could.
No, first of all,
he still can
fight. He can still fight because when I say fighters can fight, Conor McGregor could probably beat everybody's ass on the challenging Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, he got hands. But
I just wait till I get some boxing classes.
What? But when I say homeboy,
exactly
blew his motherfucking calf muscle completely up.
Ooh, you see how swollen it was big and swole up. It was red, swole up.
Because so Conor has a very wide stance. So that lead leg is a lot far where that's where when he goes to knock you the fuck out, he's got enough leverage to knock you the fuck out. But homeboy studied tape. They haven't fought for 7 years. So he studied the state, and what he did, he was like, "Yo, he has the lead leg all the way out." And what he did was he trained to sweep the goddamn leg. And when he blew that leg up, you can if you have thrown a punch, you know that lead leg needs to be there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He
lost his power base.
Lost his power base, and he couldn't hurt him. There's no reason to be scared of him. And he convinced the motherfucker catch Conor with some. And Conor has a great chin. He has a great chin. Let's talk about it.
He does.
When he ducked, he caught him. He tried to duck, and that one you ducked into, that bing, knocked him out. So and put him to sleep. So that you know what I mean. And then Bernie Sanders came in and choked the shit out of him. So it was like
night with the mittens on.
With the mittens.
So yeah, man.
Yo,
Conor McGregor, he swept the leg. The fight before it was a pretty dope fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, Perry said, shout out to Dustin's wife for talking shit after the fight. She was like, "You'll never doubt my husband again."
Hey,
that probably would be me.
I can appreciate the vibrato.
That would be me.
All I know is that the fight 3 is coming.
Right.
Because Conor whooped Poirier's butt the first time around.
Sure did.
And then Poirier got him back. So now we got to go for the trilogy. But what King Just was referring to earlier is that takes other fights off the table because Conor there was talk about him having a joint with Pacquiao, having another fight, a boxing match. There was potential for the what's his name, Jake Paul fight that was swirling through the air. That might what happen. This Poirier fight.
Is Bishop eating chicken wings?
No.
Oh, okay.
This Poirier fight has been in the air for a while though. Like it's something they both wanted. They just essentially they kind of pulled a like a regular boxing promotion. They were promoting a fight that they were like, "Oh, this is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen." But the UFC wasn't initially trying to make it happen, and I guess this is why they were like, "Hey, putting our cash cow in danger." But he was super humble about it. I personally think though where Conor McGregor went wrong is that he wasn't his normal swaggy self. This was like respectful family man Conor McGregor. Like, oh man, I haven't fought in a while. Oh man, it's a good chap. Oh yeah, da da da. Like kind of bigging him up. Like, oh man, I'm gonna beat you, but yo, you're a good guy. You know. Usually Conor's in there like talking junk, like, yo, I'm mad at this dude. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. You know, like,
but no, he couldn't do that.
Tearing him down, but he didn't do that.
One thing about it, he knew he was outside of the ring for too long.
Yeah.
So you can't talk that type of shit. And you know, and I'm with Candy too. It's like this. You can't talk that type of shit if you know that you lost a step. Now you
and he said that. He said that post fight. He said that he was like, what happens when you're not active. He said that shit. He didn't deny it. He was there for all of the smoke that he was getting. He's like, yeah.
He said, I ain't gonna make no excuses. That's just, it is what it is.
But and I think what it is this right here. And the reason why he did that, because at some point during his training camp, he realized that he wasn't ready.
You think something happened?
Oh wow!
He hit that moment like I'm not in the right shape for this fight.
Yeah, if you in
right mind frame for this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like this. If you're in any type of competition or whatever, and you are at the top of your game, and I'll put it to even myself, like I know going into like on certain rap battles or whatever that we had back in the day,
you're always gonna lose.
Right. That I know that I have a after kicking ass for so long. After kicking all the ass for so long, that you don't rap for 6 or 7 months. You don't cipher for 6 or 7 months. What happens? You going off of what you used to do, and then and you really got to be like this in the middle. You like, God damn, the day before you like, fuck, I'm not ready for this shit. I am not ready for this shit. And then
and it's muscle memory. That's actually a really good equivalent because I don't think people take into consideration that part of like a lyricist's ability comes from there's a muscle memory involved in their cadence and what they're saying. And there's muscle memory involved in fighting too.
It comes with you don't practice.
And if you're not practicing.
And you can't simulate a real fight really with practice. Like
nope.
And there's so many other factors like the crowd and the other opponent and all of that other stuff that you cannot simulate no matter how much you practice, right?
Nope,
that's right.
You're not. What I'm saying is right here. It's like anything else. Like if you don't shoot jumpers, your jumper's gonna go away from you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You gotta get yourself up to a frothy place, and then you can get back to the joint. So I think with Conor McGregor, I think Conor would have won if Poirier did not do the leg kicks because he studied him and he blew his fucking leg up. Like it was bad.
Yeah. But there's so many factors when it comes to it, right? That have to do with strictly your opponent.
Yep.
What they do, how they do it. It's competition. Like there's always going to be that one little thing that kind of can tip the scale in any competition.
It was a motherfucking leg kick. And I think that if Conor would have been fighting for 2 years, he wouldn't have caught that many leg kicks. He would have been able to do something different. But let's talk about this. Homeboy put the motherfucking hands on him. I'm talking about he was like this. Like, you whipped my ass that one time before I got this chest tattoo. I got this chest tattoo. Like, first of all, if a motherfucker take his shirt off and he got a chest tattoo to go to his wrist, don't fight that man. Don't fight that man. No, especially if it's just on one side where he just got tiger stripes. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You know what, dog? I was tripping. You know what, dog? My bad. I was tripping. You know what? I gotta make a phone call. I gotta. My stomach hurt. We don't got to fight today.
I didn't mean to say. I wasn't raised right. That's when you go back to your child. I just wasn't raised right, sir. I wasn't raised right, sir. Blame my parents, sir. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have this emotional outburst. I should have better coping skills, sir. I apologize.
The coping skills. He did the coping skills. Oh gosh. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. But yeah, so Conor McGregor got his ass whipped, and the meat. When I say he got knocked out, and as soon as he went down on the canvas, excuse me, as soon as he went down, like there was 40 memes out there. Just
as soon as he touched down.
Yeah, I was gonna use the one for the thumbnail. I was gonna use the one that came out with him and Nate on the couch.
Yeah, they didn't see that shit. They didn't see that shit. Like,
that's I gotta send it to you. And then I seen another one. I didn't save it though, but it's the same thing. And like Bernie's in the background, in the back like this. You know, it's like a living room setting, and Bernie's sitting in the chair in the back like that. I was like, yo,
Bernie was cold. Y'all, it was cold. It wasn't supposed to snow. Bernie was cold. Bernie owns one coat. He spent $800 on the coat.
There it is.
Oh wow!
Photoshop is a beast, yo.
The internet has no chill.
The internet never sleeps, man.
Look at
the internet always.
I really do want one of those couches though, like real talk.
Mm-hmm. Those are dope.
Those are dope ass couches. Like I need another sectional, and that would be a dope sectional. That would be a dope sectional. But the internet has no chill because then they put the Bernie Sanders choking them out. They had him. Yeah. I said, man, y'all are doing this. Like, who are you? Like, I wish I had computer skills that way. I wish I had computer skills because I would be a fool with that shit. I wish I was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Computer skills.
Practice, grasshopper. Practice.
I'll tell the jokes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, it can only be one.
It can only be one.
Highlander.
Oh goodness, where we at next?
So we're gonna move it. We're gonna move right now into news you could use with Justin and Bishop Omega. Excuse me. What up, Justin and Bishop Omega?
News you can use.
I don't like that.
So first of all, as somber moment, we lost two legends this week. Hank Aaron, who was famous for breaking Babe Ruth's home run record, and has a record of RBIs, and that means runs batted in. If y'all don't know what an RBI is, a ribby that can't be fucking beat. He was a hitting ass. And we also lost Larry King. Missed the shoulders and suspenders that revolutionized. That probably even started his own network, like off of his shoulders or whatever. So we lost both of the. They were 86 and 87, respectively.
Wow.
So they were, I mean,
for a long life.
They lived. You can't say they didn't live full lives.
For real.
So, but man, Larry King will be missed. Like interviews with Larry King. He had some dope ass people on his joint. You know what I mean? So. You know what I mean? Those are those two gorgeous men. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to both of them. Any Hank Aaron, Larry King memories that you guys have that you want to share?
No.
No? All right. I thought he had, you know what I'm saying? I liked it when he had Cameron on there at that one time. So,
didn't he have Whitney Houston on the show once?
Huh?
Didn't he have Whitney Houston?
Oh, well, yeah. When she said, if I smoke crack, show me the receipts.
Show me the receipts. That's where that quote came from. Show me the receipts. You know what I'm saying?
Show me the receipts. Like,
sir. No, what's I don't want to say what's crazy, but was like, dang, Hank Aaron had just been on, the news because he did the COVID vaccine. He was trying to urge a lot of people to do the same thing.
Yeah.
He just passed away.
Yep.
Yeah, just last week. It's like, damn, he passed away. It's crazy.
But he has.
But he didn't die from COVID related.
He did not die from the COVID vaccine, y'all. There's been no proof that he has. The man was 86 years old. He was 86.
First of all, he was an 86-year-old black man. Let's talk about this.
All the stresses he had.
What?
He had high blood pressure at 4.
Listen,
even lately, right. Your average black man could have never had fucking high blood pressure all his life, but over the last 4 or 5, 8 years, it's hard. And people don't realize that other people internalize the bullshit that we see on a regular basis, and that causes health issues. You don't just take shit in and it doesn't have any ramifications in your body. Like you either have to let it out or it's going to cause you harm. So
that's right. Your body will
adjust. He was 86.
86 is a black man, which makes him 9,000 years old in regular people years.
You're right. Exactly. That is exactly right.
He's Methuselah.
Methuselah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out really, like, not to make light of it, but both of those men were pillars of the community and were very important. And legend. When you put a legend, that is legend. Like, you don't do an interview and don't think Larry King.
Right.
Like
people study
what we're doing now, just having
about Larry King's interview styles.
Right. Just having conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it basically was. Like, he would have conversations and reel you in and then have those leading questions. So where it wasn't just an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just talked to you.
Right.
But he asked
voice, he'd be like, so Justin, you know, your suit looks great. I'm gonna say this, Justin. So did you actually really pee on Soleil while Genuine was looking directly in your eyes? That's what I just want to know.
That's when you just be like,
my life has changed. I knew back then.
Nope.
That special.
But Larry King. But speaking of entertainment, we got to talk about two big a movie and a TV show that just started. We got to talk about One Night in Miami.
Yes.
One Night in Miami. If you have not seen One Night in Miami, I'm going to tell you this right here. Please you are doing yourself a disservice. On this right now. So we can bring Perry in on this. I think Perry's seen this joint because
let's talk about the WandaVision first, and then we can go into the movies because I want to talk about the other joint too.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's bring Perry in for WandaVision.
All right, so we got, for those that don't know, we got Perry in the building. Perry is part of Straight to Tape team too. You know what I'm saying? He is also the unknown part of the Griselda group. And
hey boo.
What's up, Ma? What's up? What is going on, IR family? And look, I'm sorry, I do have to add a rest in peace to your rest in peace list. Yesterday, Sekou Smith, okay, and he was an NBA reporter and analyst. He worked for Turner Sports for 20 years. He used to be the beat writer for the Atlanta Hawks, got his start in Indiana. He passed away yesterday of COVID at the age of 48. So definitely want to send some RIP to a great NBA reporter, great NBA analyst, and from what I've heard and what I've read, a really, really cool cat as well. So, rest in peace.
Raph said it was Franklin. Franklin from My Wife and Kids. Franklin?
That's not Franklin.
Shut up, Raffy Taffy. Shut up.
That sounds like a pet name.
Now forever. Every time I hear Raffy,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that really sounds like a pet name. He know what it is.
Hey, fellas, gentlemen, we got a WandaVision that's back in. We got a WandaVision that's back in.
Let's talk about WandaVision. Let's talk about WandaVision.
Before we do that shit, I want to shout out the Perry shirt. Yo, Perry, go ahead and show him this shirt real quick, brother. Because that is a dope ass shirt right there for because light skinned niggas been winning all week.
Oh yeah. I definitely showed off. Yo, big screamy, bro. Big screamy. All right. So
big screamy, bro.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm light skinned, and yeah, I'm a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Okay. So my shirt just pretty much says "Pretty Boy" since 1911.
Look at that shit right there.
That's how we do. That's how we do. Shouts out to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Ryan Smith, initiative of the Alpha Kappa chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, fall 2013. My chapter.
Oh,
anyway, let's roll.
Damn.
Y'all got your line, brother?
WandaVision. Don't let him. Don't talk about that.
We're gonna talk about WandaVision now.
WandaVision.
Let's go.
We got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
We got as long as we want. This is our platform. This is our show. We can talk as long as we want. Go ahead. WandaVision.
Respect the time frame. Respect your time frame. You know.
That's right.
WandaVision. Go ahead.
WandaVision.
Okay, so these first three episodes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I love social media, okay, because one thing that I loved about social media was after those first two episodes dropped and seeing all of the posts with, yo, this sucks. What's going on? Yo, this is supposed to be a comedy and not getting proper storytelling. Because I mean, because right now it's telling an incredible story. It picks up right after Endgames. Okay, I mean, look, this is the launch of.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
This is the launch. This is the launch of Phase 4. Okay, and yeah, it is a little bit weird because you had
weird.
Yeah, you had the first episode, which takes place in the 50s and takes the character of Wanda and take the character of Scarlet Witch and puts them in a 50s sitcom setting.
But they give you the two first episodes. I felt like they gave you the two first episodes so that you understood like the pattern structure that was coming.
Exactly. And because that was, first episode was the 50s, and in the classic 50s style sitcom. Okay. And the way it's shot, they actually used the live studio audience. Okay. And even the style of comedy. And then episode 2 was the 60s. Once again, you can tell by the way it was shot, the quality of the quality of the visual. Okay.
And the intros changed. The intros changed. And if you look at the exiting credits, some of the exiting credits, if you look inside of some of it, it'll show you like the ending credits for episode 2 had the butterfly mobile in it.
Exactly.
And I didn't know, but I wondered, and I was like, is that a baby mobile? And then we get to episode 3, and you're like, yep, there it goes. Right. So it's little stuff like, and the hexagons everywhere.
I mean, and episode 3, and you look at episode 3, straight 70s. Okay. From the style to the dialogue, to the, to even the,
color.
even the color. Okay. Not just that it was in color, but it was in Technicolor. Exactly.
Okay.
But still, while still telling the story, which is 1, something's not right here. Okay. And 2, each episode, letting you in, giving you, give you more of those tidbits where, hey, something is
got
wrong.
to pay attention. You definitely, and it's a short show, right? I think it was made because my son and I watched episode 3 together last Friday, and noticed that though the show, like the span of time is like 33 minutes, the credits are like the last 8, maybe 9 minutes of that. It was made for TV, they filmed it. I think they originally filmed it for TV because so the content is only really a good 20 minutes. So you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. So when it is right here.
Okay. It did take me 2.5 watches of the first episode to get hooked in.
Right.
It did. And I'm one that like I'll sit down and watch a show. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch such and such, and with kids and pets and phone and computer and all that stuff, if it doesn't hook me in the first 5 minutes, then it's probably not gonna get me. But I was like, no, this can't be like it. So the first episode I had to rewatch and then start again and then rewatch and then start again. And that third time I got it and went on to episodes 2 and 3 in the same day. Right. But it does. You really have to pay attention to what's going on in the story. And it gives you enough to not have to have watched all the previous stuff or know where it picks up or whatever, it gives you enough information. You just have to pay attention.
And you understand that the gag is that it's a horror show. Like this is a horror. This is a scary story. It's not a comedy, right? That lady.
I'm a fan of 56 66 sitcom. So it was done well in those.
And that's what I was saying too, Key. I think the phenomenon that we have to applaud is the fact that they are putting these actors through different acting genres because
it's different
to be able to pull that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. To be able to pull that off, you have to know how to act because these are different acting styles, and it's like this. You have a half an hour show, and you have to act in this. You have to act in the 50 style. You have to act in a 60 style and a 70 style, and we're talking about. We're jumping decades. We're not doing a transition. We're not doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not like so you have to actually study these shows. And first of all, episode 2 was probably one of the most hilarious so far episodes ever. Because when Vision got the gum in him,
he got drunk.
Yeah.
When he was trying to be a musician and Wanda was doing the shit, I was like, yo, it reminded me of an Andy Griffin show the whole way through. And then I like the use of color when it's supposed to come in because like if you guys look, it was like with the red light. It was the red light. So the use of the color red,
like the Wizard of Oz.
It is. They just kind of drop it in. Here's a little color during the black and white episodes, and it was like that's what really drew me in. It was like, and then the commercials too. The Tony Stark toaster, and also the Hydra commercials, the Hydra
soap. Yeah, the Hydra mind control soap.
Yep.
Remember, Coulson was talking about that on Shield, right? Talking about how they put chemicals in the soap, and the chemicals in the soap control people until it wears off, right? So remember those times where they break character almost. And
it resets. Did you see that?
And they're like saying, stop it. Remember, think about it. Every time somebody's telling somebody stop it, like they're breaking. It's like something's wearing off or getting.
Exactly. You know, and not to be too spoiler like. Oh fuck it.
It'll be all right.
Man,
are you finna house the Emma? Hold on, are you finna house the Emma's, Perry? Is that what you finna do? You finna Emma's?
Don't do that. Don't do that, Perry.
What?
Do it, Perry.
You not spoil shit.
Perry, are you finna house the Emma's? Yes or no? Just
Perry? God, you see, you're going exactly where I'm thinking. Here's the whole thing, okay? The beautiful thing, and I've always said this is the beautiful thing about the MCU, okay? It stays as true as it can to its source material, okay? You have to understand the story of Wanda, aka Scarlet Witch, and Vision. These are two people that are in love. Well, this is a woman and a synthezoid that are in love with each other and are trying to live their life, their dream, to live their life as a regular functioning couple, okay? Right. And there's certain things because of what they are, they can't, okay? And that's always been a fight, you know, that's always been a fighting story. That's always been a fighting story in the comics. And now you're bringing this to the MCU, all right? And it's being told out beautifully. It's the reason why I got to, you know, I say to people, just let it play out and watch it. I mean, because there's a lot of questions here. Like one, the last time we saw Vision was getting
dead.
Exactly. he was getting
still dead.
Pulled from
out of his head. Yeah.
Yo, while we talking about this, I just let y'all know I want to get Danny on because Danny's a person.
Listen.
We're just finna yell, aren't we?
Did you see? Hey, Just, did you see the comment I put in the private? I was like, yo. You just called Danny on.
Okay, yeah. I was like, yo, and it was funny because I had already texted him like, yo, get on, yo. So
we gonna
keep talking. I'm just letting y'all know.
I got a question. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
So now we talked about this on Monday. Me, Bishop, and Candy were like, yo, you gotta watch. All right, cool. So I had seen it in passing, not actually watched the show, but knew that it existed essentially, right? That it would start off as black and white.
Did you watch it though?
I watched all 3 episodes in the wee hours of the night last night, right? Watched them all. And when I first watched the first episode, I was like, yo, this is trash. What is this? Like, because I was like, this feels like I Love Lucy meets Bewitched meets you know, I was like, I used to watch these shows as a kid, but like I wouldn't watch a new version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I watched it, started getting pulled in, and of course, by the time you get to the episode 3, you're like, oh snap, what's happening?
Right.
Like you on. But
your
here's what
nerd came out. Your nerd came out.
Red helicopter?
Right.
And what's this symbol on the helicopter?
Thank you.
Ooh, what's that necklace you got on, yo?
Ooh, that necklace.
Now, explain to me though about the. All right, y'all. So if you haven't seen this, just FYI, we're gonna talk about all 3 episodes. Just put on mute for a moment if you need to.
You might want to. You might want to.
Now, episode 2, or actually no, 3, when she was pregnant, I didn't understand what was up with the turbo pregnancy. Like, how did that coincide with the story?
Well, okay, so this is what happens or whatever. So Wanda Wanda does have a set of twins.
Yep.
Wiccan and I think it's in Speed.
Wiccan and Speed.
Wiccan and Speed. So pretty much Wiccan and Speed are her and Pietro's counterparts. Where Quicksilver, who is her brother, and they're both. If you look at Marvel comic books, I don't know if they switch canon, but in Marvel comic books, they are Magneto's children.
Exactly.
That's who they are, right?
Okay.
So Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are Magneto's children, but they couldn't do that in the MCU verse because they couldn't use mutant, and you know how that went with Fox and all that shit. So they that's what we got right now.
Don't rehash that.
Yeah.
Right. Just go forward.
I thought we had fixed that problem. I thought that was
no. I'm saying that's. I'm talking.
It's getting fixed. It's getting
for the people out there that don't know. That's not to know. So so essentially she had Wiccan and Speed during the show. So it's like this, but it's within that mind frame. So it's like this. The reason why for the accelerated pregnancy is this because none of that shit is real. And this is why I'm saying this right here because what it
They're
is,
like stuck in like a Groundhog Day type shit,
right?
They're not really Groundhog Day.
I think what we're doing, because if you ever notice this right here during the show, no one ever from the outside word talks to Vision. They don't talk to Vision. They don't say, "Hey, Vision, everything's going on." They keep talking to Wanda. So what it is right here, Wanda. I think this is the time between Wanda being blinked out of existence. This is her fever dream.
Because you think about this. Remember when Herb and old gal, what's her name? The other neighbor lady.
Yeah.
When they were at
Agnes.
Yeah, Agnes. When Herb and Agnes were getting ready to tell Vision something, right? And they were like, but we can't because we're and he said we're. So he was referring to all of their asses.
Right.
You see? Right? He was referring to all of them. So and Vision's not even noticing when Wanda snatches time back and stuff.
Yeah.
So Vision is just a player in the game with the rest of these neighbors.
Exactly.
Right. No.
I have a theory. I have a theory that everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. All these people, and that's why all this whack, and they're reenacting their deaths, and like the guy who choked the woman who cut herself, they're all fucking dead.
I got a different
Vision's
theory.
there too. Oh, go ahead.
I got a different theory that's okay. Bishop, you refer to it as a fever dream. Okay. All right. So in between, think about this, okay? At the end of Endgame, okay, Wanda was think about it. Wanda was alone. Wanda lost the love of her life. Okay. I don't think it's a fever dream. Okay. And this is once again me pulling from the source material. Okay. I think it's a nervous breakdown and a psychotic break. Okay. Because remember, Wanda's powers are not just being, not just telekinesis. Okay.
They're built into emotion.
She has
chaos magic shit.
Exactly. chaos man. She can warp reality. She can warp reality to what she wants it to be. House M, okay? Warp reality to what she wants it to be. And that's what and my theory is that she went to Westville, okay? She had her breakdown, and the whole town is a part of this mental breakdown. That's the reason why. Like, for example, okay, you remember, spoiler alert, you remember the doctor when when she was pregnant and the doctor was going out of town, okay?
Yes.
And then, but the doctor didn't go out of town. They had the baby, and the doctor was leaving, and Vision was like, "Oh, now you can go on your vacation." The doctor was like, "Well, I'm actually not going to go on a vacation anymore because it's just something about this town where we can't.
Can't get out. Yeah, we can't get out.
But what about him before? Was he was leaving before, and now he's not leaving anymore?
Remember, he couldn't get his car to start. He couldn't get his car to start.
Right,
because he can't go.
And then Vision came and grabbed his ass up.
Right, real fast.
I think what it is this right here. I'm on the side when I say fever dream, and maybe I use the wrong terminology, but I think that like you said, what Wanda had was a nervous breakdown. What she had was a nervous breakdown, and this is what happens when you have a nervous breakdown. It's almost reminiscent of Professor Xavier having Alzheimer's. And Logan, you know what I'm saying? It's when you have someone when you have somebody with this mental capability and this mutant power, certain mental issues you cannot let them have. You know what I'm saying? Like really get, you know what I'm saying? So it's
in your vision of what's going on while you're having the breakdown.
Right. And if you get a chance, if anybody's a gamer out there, I would always, if you can do this, if you have any game, download Hell's Blade, because that game right there, and play with your headphones on, because that game really shows you what it is to have a mental breakdown. It's a young lady that has a mental breakdown of a lover, and she's walking with his head in her pocket. It's awesome. It's a dope ass game. And
thanks for sharing.
It shows you how it a mental breakdown happen. And that made me lean into the WandaVision, because I'm like, yo, Vision's gone. Wanda is able, her emotion, it's like this. A lot of people's powers aren't linked as they are to Wanda's. Like Wanda is one of those persons, if you make her sad, angry, or whatever, her powers are going to reflect that.
Right. Yeah, you saw what happened when she was giving birth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was popping off.
Yeah. She was popping shit walks around. Your vacuum cleaner turns sentient. You know what I'm saying? The turkey gets a degree. You know what I'm saying?
Pictures on the wall.
A stalk is roaming around waiting for you to give birth.
Right.
Yo, and you saw how she kept trying to shoo him away, right?
But it didn't work.
But it wasn't working. So doesn't that also makes me wonder if there's somebody else, because this is like before the show even came on, right? That we're feeling like this is someone else controlling her emotions to get her to behave this way.
Right.
To get her to behave.
How can this be a mental breakdown? So how could this be a mental breakdown all in her head if it's going to progress the story? Right. Like we're in
because she can go ahead.
No, I'm saying answer if it's a mental breakdown and all of this is in her head, how is the story going to progress?
No, it's not in her head. See, no, Keith, what it is, her powers change reality. So when you have when she has a mental breakdown, it doesn't just like we and you have a mental breakdown. We just I'm crazy in my head. No, she changes shit.
Reality.
Like she changed the way the world works.
Right.
Hey, how you doing, sir? You looking lovely today, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody that's watching on,
and you saw
everybody. Hold on, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Everybody that's watching on Facebook, YouTube, and seeing everything in Twitch, and seeing somebody just came in. We just invited, a good friend of ours, friend of the show, my man Danny J. Quick. My fam. He is a definite, comic aficionado. He actually has created a comic book called Ace Blade. So make sure y'all please check out his comic. But I definitely, because I know he knows this stuff, and I wanted to bring him on as far as us talking. So, Danny,
but hold on, Joe. Before you go
on, welcome.
Me and Danny have made an announcement. I'm gonna be doing the voiceover for Ace Blade animated series. That's
wait, what?
Danny, don't let him distract you. Danny, he's trying to distract you.
He's distracting me. So
don't let him distract you.
Tell like what y'all were saying, like how her mind warps reality at the end of the first episode when she was like, it was going wrong. They were in the 50s or 60s. She was like, nah. Boom. I mean, 50s, they were in the 60s.
Yes,
she completely, okay, yes. I get it. I'm up on game now.
Right.
So now she gonna bring out. Now she can bring them back. Oh, this is fun to see where this all goes. Sorry, now I'm distracted about.
Now, Danny, you watched WandaVision, and you are definitely a Marvel fan. Tell us what's going on, man. What is your take on all that?
What everybody says is right.
Break it down, son. Break it down.
What everybody says is right. I was just gonna say what Bishop was just saying, because like in the comics, and I know some of y'all know this, but in the comics, there was this whole thing in the House of M where Wanda literally got rid of all the mutants with 3 words. She just said no more mutants, and literally all the mutants disappeared, like out of reality. So she's one of the more powerful.
Except for 198 of them.
Right. Yeah.
Still 198.
Right. Exactly. So she on another level when it comes to the powers. And y'all saw how she was handling Thanos. If y'all saw her in Endgame, the girl is just powerful for no reason. So
he said, "Hellfire, sir, the troops. I don't care.
I don't care. Kill everybody. Kill everybody. She about to get me. He knew he was in trouble. He knew he was in trouble messing with Wanda. And you saw in Infinity War when Okoye, when she came down and busted up the whole army, and Okoye was like, "Why was she up there this whole time?" Like, y'all should have brought her out in the first place. She's ridiculously strong. So I think the show is gonna get. I mean, the first 2 episodes were kind of slow, but you see that there's something wrong, and I think that Vision, because Vision died, she's having this mental breakdown because she was after her brother died, now she done lost the first love of her life and all this stuff. So I think it's Mephisto, and that's
like I said, somebody's manipulating her, right?
Mephisto. I thought it was Mojo. I thought because of the TV network type of. I thought it was going to be that.
Remember, Mojo was a Fox property. They're not going to bring those Fox properties in this quick. Okay. So Mephisto makes the perfect sense. All right. Those who don't know, Mephisto is Marvel's version of the devil.
Yeah.
And they talk about the devil a lot too, if you pay attention, right? They reference the devil. They're like something about the devil, and she's like, "Oh, that's not the only place the devil is." Make you wonder if Mephisto is old girl husband or her. I don't know, y'all, but it just makes you wonder. He lurking. I feel like he's lurking.
In the comics, I think she named the cat Mr. Scratch or something like that. She was calling him Mr. Scratch. In the comics, that was one of the names that they used for Mephisto. So, look out for that. I think it's gonna get good. I think it's gonna get really good. And they're talking about like the CGI budget is on par with like movies. So I think these next couple episodes is gonna get crazy.
I want to say this right here. You know what I mean? The thing about WandaVision, and everything like that is this, and I'm gonna go back to this part.
What's that?
Is the fact that you see the with the characters, the diversity. This is what made me know it was fake, because they had a whole bunch of black people in Mayberry that wasn't there before, and it's like, there is 13%. If you count the amount of characters, there's at least 20 to 13%.
Why is got to be racist?
No. Actually, no.
They cut their bushes.
I want to get on that racist tip real quick, okay? Because think about it, Bishop. Okay, I'm kind of with you on that. Because think about it. In the first episode, which was in the 50s, okay, you only had one person of color, and he was not black. Okay, you had him in the first episode. Then when you got to episode 2, you had the introduction of Herb, and then you had the introduction of Geraldine. So now you had more African American people in the show. Perfect for the 60s, okay?
Yeah.
And then it started out in the 70s. So
Yeah, I'm saying this is like this. I'm saying the writers is talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They talking their shit. They like, you know what? This is what we gonna do. So what I'm saying, Danny, what's up with the Hydra soap? You know what I'm saying? Are we using it or are we not using the Hydra soap? What's going on?
Nah, we're not using the Hydra soap, bro. Nah, that stuff.
It's like that.
Something that I saw somebody bring up is, I don't know if y'all watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but one of the season 6 or 7 when Agent Coulson was all crazy, he had this whole conspiracy theory about the Hydra soap, how they washed their bodies in the soap and it took over your mind. Right. So I think what you're saying is right. Like they have thought this stuff through, and like they're putting these little tidbits in each thing to make you like, okay, this connects to this connects to this. I think they got a plan.
Can we? And I just learned this. I'm sorry, Ken, not to cut you off. And I learned this probably maybe about a year or so ago, because we're all familiar in the MCU. Fans, we're all familiar with Shield, but now we're starting to bring Sword in.
Exactly.
That's going to be the replacement, and that's going to be our standard now.
Can we speak to Perry or Danny? Can you guys speak to the novices like myself about the difference between Sword and Shield?
You want to take this one, Danny, or you want me to handle it?
Basically, from my and like I always tell people, I don't claim to know everything, but the big difference for me is Sword is supposed to be the offensive stuff. Shield is supposed to be we defending. Okay, okay. If it's some weaponry out there, and that's why they call it, I think it's called the Sentient Weapons something division. And their big thing is, we got the most advanced weaponry out here. So if anybody want the business, they can get the business. So make it happen.
Well, let me add to that. Okay. Well, with Sword, okay, and I'm actually pulling up the meaning as well.
Yeah.
Sentient
world. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sentient weapon observation and response division.
Yeah.
Look, Sword is basically intergalactic Shield. Okay. Their job was always to defend Earth, but also to look outward. All right. If you really think about it, remember the post-credit scene from Spider-Man Far From Home. Okay. Yeah. Spider-Man Far From Home. That's when you realize, wait a minute. That's not Nick Fury. That's a Skrull. And then he's calling Nick Fury, and Nick Fury is in space. Nick Fury is in space. Okay. Sword. Okay. This is where this is where Sword comes into play. And and also keep in mind and what is coming for what is upcoming. Okay.
Because the whole time you're watching stuff, what I was trying to say before, Bishop, what I was trying to say before was that as much as there are people who aren't going to catch this stuff the first win, this series, the first win,
right?
In 3, 4, 5 years, motherfuckers is going to come back and watch this shit heavy and dissect it piece by piece, and it's going to make all the sense because it's setting everything else up.
Like The Wire?
So I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Start. So I told you, like, we're not going to go there today.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's setting everything else up. So motherfuckers is going to come back and rewatch and say, oh shit, that's what that was. Oh, you mean that was that, da, 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 da? All those commercials, it's all pieces of a big ass puzzle. So you can not like it, you can be bored with it. It don't matter, because in a couple of years you're gonna come back and watch that shit 6 times.
Yeah.
So I got a question for everybody, just for clarity here. So Shield is for defense, Sword is the offensive. So does that mean the Captain Marvel is Sword?
Shield.
No.
She's Shield.
No.
What is she?
No.
Sword is the new Guardians of the Galaxy, basically.
No.
Well, I mean, Captain Marvel came from space. That's why I asked.
No. Captain Marvel is separate from this. Okay.
Marvel, he fancy as hell.
All right.
Got that certain je ne sais quoi.
The original Captain
Marvel.
No, yeah, the original Captain Marvel, the Kree soldier, where Carol Danvers got our powers from. His name is Marvel. That's the reason why.
Talk Captain that Marvel. Shit,
Barry. Too much.
But,
too much.
Yeah, but no, like I said, I think Raph put it. Somebody in the comment section put it best. Yeah, Sword is Space Force in a non-joking way. It is. Right. It's Space Force in a non-joking way. All right.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, their job, and I can see the way they're setting it up with the MCU. Their job after what Thanos brought to the planet. After what Thanos did, you had to have a sword. You had to have a sword.
Right.
Okay.
Got you.
It's completely separate from a shield. Okay?
Got you.
Completely separate from a shield to truly deal with intergalactic issues and protecting Earth.
I say think about it like this. Y'all know in Black Panther they had Black Panther. T'Challa was like, yo, we need to be here, right? We need to protect Wakanda. And then Wakabi was like, hey, if you want to send me out there to get them, I can go get them.
Right.
That's how I see Sword. Sword is like, hey, we defended the planet, but if we need to go out there and get you to defend the planet, we can go out there and get you to defend the planet.
So basically it's the National Guard versus the Marines.
No.
Let's not worry about. I think maybe we should stop with that.
Yeah.
We can come up with comparisons.
I appreciate y'all having me on.
He said about
so before we transition, can we talk about the ending of the episode 3? Right?
Yes.
Monica Rambeau, Geraldine. Monica Rambeau.
Got her ass shot out.
Geraldine didn't. Monica Rambeau didn't even know her damn name. You remember when you tried to introduce her? I'm Geraldine. She didn't know her damn name.
Right.
So we know. She didn't think about that shit. Right. So
and what better 60s black name to pick than Geraldine?
No, for real though. So she breaks character a bit, and she feels like she has an end to reach Wanda, and brings up her brother. You see that glory tear drop?
Yep. And then she's
pushed out.
And then she winds up outside. She winds up on the ground. Right?
Field.
But it's not a random field. Look at the sign. It's not a random field. It lets you know that Westview is a real place. That these trucks pull up, right? So it lets you know that whatever's happening is still now.
Yeah.
Right. We're still in now.
She got pushed back to the now.
With the clothes, with the 70s gear. Okay, that's even more important. That she was pushed out of this reality that Wanda created
back into the regular
gear. Back into the regular world.
Still in gear. Still in gear with her, with her team members of Sword waiting outside.
Right.
Yep.
So here's my question: why did she say it like almost confused? Like your brother was like she said it like your brother was killed by Ultron. Like she didn't know. Like she was like, oh, I just remembered.
No, she knew that.
Why did she say it like that? That's what I'm asking.
Because the reason why she's doing it is because you got to talk about who. So they're treating Wanda with kid gloves. What they have to do is just like this because Wanda, what you have to understand, Wanda is super duper powerful.
Right. Vulnerable, right? Emotionally vulnerable right now.
Right. And you're dealing with somebody. It's kind of like this. Can you imagine your 2-year-old having mutant powers and having a temper tantrum?
Yeah.
You kind of want to play that soft. She's almost like Jack and the Incredibles. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to motherfucking treat her with certain type of respect for her powers. So what they're doing is this right here. These people are trying to pull her out of whatever she's in. This is like it's this speculation because she, like you said, we all know she went to this town. She went to this town to grieve, and her grieving
created this town to grieve.
Or she created the reality of this town.
Right, because that place already is there. Yeah.
Right. I imagine her coming out like I imagine her coming out and being like in a room or strapped to a table, and people are like going in to try to kind of bring her out of this creative reality.
So, Key, I think what it is,
and Geraldine wasn't successful.
No, I think what they did is this right here. They probably built something underground, because this is what Marvel does. They'll build some shit under a small town, and then they'll have some sleeper agents and shit like that. And then what happened is they didn't realize Wanda was as powerful as she was, and Wanda, the innocent people of the town that they built, whatever facility they built under, are trapped in this shit. That's why they're afraid. That's why, and everybody's in cahoots with it like this.
Yeah.
Let's everybody please get Wanda to calm the fuck down,
right?
So we can get out of this shit.
Like, no, don't talk about it. Let's just go on.
Let's go ahead about our business.
We can't get out of here.
Let's go along to get along. Let's go along to get along. And then they have certain pieces in there, kind of like Geraldine, that's real agents with sword. Because I think that if my memory serves correctly, Geraldine did have the sword necklace, did she not?
Yes,
she did.
And she asked her, she said, "What's that shit you rocking on your neck?"
Yep, she did.
She said, "Huh?"
Right.
Somebody really a lie when they say, "Huh?"
So they're sending agents in to try to coax Wanda out. Or coax
they did
Wanda
it with Captain
out.
America. Remember when they did it with Captain America? When they had the lady that lived next door to him in his apartment that was a SHIELD agent to watch him?
Yeah.
They did the same thing. He was like, "Why don't you ask out on a date?" He just didn't know. He didn't know that she was protecting him or watching him.
Right.
You were referring to the Sharon Carter character that we will see in the upcoming Winter Soldier and Falcon series. Just a little bit.
We're gonna get some. We get Younger Avengers too at some point, right? Oh, sorry. Yeah, for real.
We're getting. I mean, look. Okay, and I know in our group chat, when Marvel, about a month ago, had the big announcement of all their new series, and the announcement took like 2 hours. I was having this serious nerd meltdown of all.
I remember. I recall
all of the series that were being announced and how those series interconnected with the upcoming movies. Okay, so we're getting a lot, and and think about it, with the birth of Wiccan and with the birth of Speed,
and that's why
now we're thinking now this is going to lead into Young Avengers. Another tidbit. The character, the Patriot from the Young Avengers, which is a younger black version of Captain America, and not Captain America, Steve Rogers Captain America, but Isaiah Bradley, the original black Captain America. His grandson is good. That character is going to be in Winter Soldier and Falcon. Young Avengers.
Talk your shit, P. Hey, P, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you for coming through. You know what I'm saying? P, you got any shout outs? You want to go ahead and
Of course. Look, Sunday, make sure you're checking us out on Straight to Tape. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're both on live on Facebook Live and on Twitch. It's myself, C. Perry Elysia II, Rob the Actual, the comedian, Tico the Gallo, and Hip Hop Mom Keisha with a Y, and of course, our favorite permanent guest host, because he won't leave the damn couch, Bishop Omega. Join us.
I promise. If I get free rent, I'm gonna stay there all my life.
Yeah, I know.
Be good. Thank you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Anytime we talking about this Marvel stuff, we got you, bro. You gotta come back on.
Always, bro. Always. Y'all families.
Exactly. We all family. We should have did an actual podcast just based off of WandaVision, and every week
we're gonna do a crossover soon. We're gonna do a crossover.
Oh, we have. Look. We've
been talking anyway. Me and P was talking about some stuff
that.
Anyway.
Yeah, we gotta do that. So
all things Marvel.
Yes. Hey. ATM, all things Marvel.
Hip Hop Marvels. We can't forget Hip Hop Marvels.
The Hip Hop.
Yeah. Shout out to Doug Floyd. All right, I'm out.
Peace. And also, I just want to, go ahead. He left early, but shout out to my man Danny. Make sure y'all check his comic book out. It's Ace Blade. He has it on his Instagram, and I think he's heavy on TikTok too. So, check out his comic. Support Black business. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway. Is my joy right now.
So yeah, TikTok is.
First of all, Danny
just started getting on that. Yeah, he's entertaining. He is a interesting person. So I know we talked a little bit about WandaVision. I didn't stay in it because I don't know what the heck y'all talking about. The first episode got a little boring to me, so I cut off. So I just let y'all have it. I will try to watch it again. I promise.
It's like starting an old car, friend. Starting an old car. Try it again.
Slow start.
Let's see what's happening. But before Perry came on, we started talking about A Night in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah. So did everybody watch it?
Yes.
I think everybody on here watched it.
Yeah.
I think I put a post up.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, you
about
did.
Miami, about Jim Jones. About,
Mm-hmm.
what? About Jim Brown.
Jim Jones.
He said Jim
Jones. Jim Jones.
Jones.
Them say all day, you know, stay home. But no, but Jim Brown, and when I watched this scene, it actually spoke to me. And I said, "That's America right there." Because if Jim Jones, they see Jim Jones because they tell their separate stories, like the four people where they're at in their lives at the point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Brown is driving to a house.
Yes.
And he pulls up to the house. Mm-hmm. He knocks on the door of this house. He comes. They have when I say the most beautiful. Let's talk about
plantation house.
Plantation house with an enclosed porch. When you got an enclosed porch in the South, but an enclosed with fence. The enclosed porch is beautiful. It's like another house is outside the house.
Another part of my porch, actually.
So, the dude comes out and he's speaking to Jim Jones, white man or whatever, comes out and speaking to Jim Brown, and he's so affectionate. He's so, I'm proud of you. Anything your family needs. I'm saying when it's like this, he said,
we done lived on this island together all our
all
of my life, all of your life.
Like this,
we are family. Anything you need,
dude gets it. Gets it.
Man.
Loves him. This is like you can actually see genuine love that he has for Jim Brown.
Right.
The granddaughter of Sir comes out, brings him. He would not let him refuse service or anything like that. She came
bring
out.
Bring us some lemonade.
Right. And he said, I don't want no lemonade. She still brought, still bring Jimmy some lemonade anyway. And I'm saying it's like this, because when you know what I'm saying, if you know Southern people, they gonna take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Southern hospitality.
This is how that goes. Right, they offer you something and it's an insult when you don't take it. And that's just how it goes. So you just say yes. You just say yes.
So she comes back out and she says to him, after all this, hey, we need some furniture moved. So
come here and move this shipper. Granddaddy, come in here and move this shipper robe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wait, let's set it up. This is an old elderly white man.
Elderly white man, yeah.
That she's asking to move this shiffer robe.
And at this point in time, Jim Brown is probably 29 years old.
Right.
And this physical condition that he's
swarthy. Rippling muscles.
Stop. Don't be horny. Stop.
Hey, Hardison.
Hey, ladies. We telling a story now.
Okay,
go. Hey, let him have a moment. You was talking about sweater puppies.
That's right. Thank you.
Right. So he had sweater puppies too. He was gorgeous. Okay. Listen. All right. If I was a gay man, he would be my boyfriend. But listen, what I'm saying is this right here. So he goes to the threshold of the house and he says, let me help you with that. He said, Jimmy, man, you know we don't let niggas in the house.
Pivot it like this. Y'all hold on.
Niggers.
He's walking.
Go ahead. Say
it, Bishop. Say it.
Hey, you should let me help you with that.
Uh-oh.
Now you know we don't let niggas in the house.
That right there.
Straight like that.
So
straight like that.
Racism is racism in America. That's what racism looks like in America.
Does that mean they don't mean it?
No, they absolutely mean it. It's just this right here. They can love you for whatever you are up until the point that you have to cross their threshold.
There you go. And it happens. So if you watch this movie,
it was so smooth with
it. He was sitting. He's like, "Hey, you should let me help you with that." He turned around like you just did. It's like, we don't let niggas in the house. And he was smiling.
He said it with almost compassion, like
what?
It wasn't no compassion. It was like matter of fact.
Like,
don't let y'all in the house.
Right.
Matter of fact, right.
Way to say it.
Right, exactly. Matter of factly.
Whoa.
Right.
Like you knew better. You knew better than to even ask me, so that I would have to say.
Don't even offer your help. You know it's a no.
You can't come in this house. And what I'm saying is right here. That man would have paid Jim Brown's grandmama rent, but couldn't come in the damn house. Whatever you need, Jimmy, let me know.
Right.
Except.
So how does so what people never think about, I don't think, is that this is a man that he has revered his entire life. Obviously, from their conversation. This man has been his coach and his confidant. This man has helped his family. This man, they have been part of the same community all Jim Brown's young life. How does a black man reconcile that shit without mental anguish? Like, that's the part of racism that nobody ever fucking talks about. Like, yeah, you call me a nigga, I get mad. Blah, 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 blah. But this type of shit right here is deep rooted in your psyche. Like, this is a motherfucker that I revered, that I basically trust my life and my family's life with. He has shown me everything that would cause me to trust him or allow me to trust him all my life. And then I make it big and I come back and I'm still a nigga.
But
in his house.
You making money, people know you, you're respected.
But y'all,
you still can't come in my house, nigga.
Right. But you still a nigga.
Hold on, what y'all not understanding? Remember, he requested him to come to his house.
Yeah.
When Jim Brown comes back, make sure he come see me.
Right.
That's the first thing that Jim Brown said. He was like, "Yeah, I heard you was asking about me." He requested him.
Looking for me.
Right. He requested him to come to him. He was looking for him. That's how racism works. It's like this because of the same fact. It's just like this. Because if you think of a dog, an outside dog, like we've all had friends, an outside dog or whatever, you can love that dog to death. But that dog can't bring his dirty ass in the house.
Right. And dogs are loyal like that, right? That's the expectation that's the expectation of humans for dogs. Like, no matter how horribly you treat them, if you leave them outside and it's cold and raining and the wind is blowing and you snuggle down in your warm bed and the next morning you go out there to feed that dog is still going to be fucking wagging its tail at you. And that is the white man's expectation of black people or has been in this country, that no matter how horribly you treat us, that we're still going to be wagging our tails and expecting some shit from you. And with our bright-eyed and bushy tails, the next morning when you come out after you done left my ass out in the cold all night.
And they commented now fast forward to which one of them was it? But when they get to the hotel room, he comments on the fact that like white people know how to meet us at our passion. What was it? Like, give us enough to meet us at our passion to distract us from what's going on or something. So, do y'all remember what I'm talking about? No, nobody else does.
I don't remember that particular line.
I don't remember that line.
They were in the hotel, and he was like, there, it was about like money. I think it was
when he was talking about him taking the movie role.
It may have been. He said, but
was it a part with Sam Cooke?
Yes, it was the part with Sam Cooke. It was that part. Yes.
Yeah, remember when Sam Cooke was talking about like, and when I say the dialogue between Sam Cooke and Malcolm X was the actual
that was fire.
Yeah,
the everything that we needed to hear as Black people, because it's the duality of Black people. It's like, Sam Cooke knows how to play the system, and Malcolm X is about burning the motherfucker,
fighting the system
down.
Yeah,
right. But they both had great points.
They did.
Because when he told that story, and he said such and such was so mad when I sold that record,
Muddy Waters, yeah.
When he sold that record to the Rolling Stones, and he said, on the Negro charts, he reached number 25 on the Negro charts. But when they sung it, it went to number 1
on the pop.
And he said he was so mad that I sold his record. Until 6 months later, until the royalty checks
start coming in.
So when he really, he said, "Does those Rolling Stone boys need any?" And he was like, "You know what? That's business savvy. That is teaching us that you have to have business savvy within this industry." But Malcolm is like, it don't do no good to have business savvy if your brothers and sisters don't have the chance to do such.
Yeah, it only benefits you. Yeah, and it definitely is a duality, right? Like, because I feel like it takes both types of individuals, or like a varied type of like Black person and ideals to improve a situation for us collectively. I don't think that just one idea, set of ideals, is going to adjust things.
And I think the movie was the dialogue of the movie was built to provoke that exact thought. Like, they were both correct. Right? They can be both correct. But at that time, like even today, like there's so many things that are going on today that there are multiple approaches to attacking a particular issue. Right. And even in the political world right now, like we both can be correct, but we can both work together to weave a fabric that's going to fix this shit. Right. But it feels like there's such a large divide between someone always has to be absolutely right, and that's almost never exactly the case. You're almost never exactly right.
Right. Your way isn't the only way.
It's not the only way. There's so many different paths to get to where you need to go. And so Sam Cooke was talking about using my Blackness that they're buying in order to like further my people. They're paying for it. They're giving me money for it. They're using me in a space that I'll allow them to
allow.
Yes. Right. I allow them. I give you this part of me. Use it, pay for it, give me my cash, and let me do with it what I will. And Malcolm's ideal was, no, you don't allow them to use you at all. And there's a medium there, right? But that the movie was really good at kind of bringing that about and showing that duality.
I think the medium was there. I think the medium was there was when he played the Bob Dylan record, right? When he played that record, and Sam Cooke said,
"Let me think about you." Yep.
I was angry when I heard that record because that was a record I should have been able to write.
Yep.
Right.
And then that's how we got to change is coming.
Yeah, change is gonna come. Change is gonna come. You mean, babe?
And another thing, I want to say this right here.
Too.
R.I.P. to Malcolm X. But Malcolm X was about to get his ass whipped 9 times in that movie. Everybody's about to whip Malcolm X's ass. And you know what? I want to say this right here is because he was light skinned. Malcolm X.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That is exactly how I imagine. Like in all my studies of Malcolm X, and his teachings and all of that stuff. That movie expressed exactly how I envisioned being his friend, because we all have or have had that friend that is so conscious, and it's like they become that overnight, right? So 1 minute, like one time you all meet up and y'all having a good time and drinking beers, and you might talk a little politics, you might talk a little this, you might talk a little that, talk a little shit, and then the next time you meet this nigga, he is straight up like straight laced. And we've all experienced that probably. Like this person, I love him because he's my friend, but he is no longer fun to be around. And I don't always want to live in that space of politics and strife and struggle. Sometimes I just want to chill and be us as a friend group. But you also have to look at the time that they were in. Like, it was detrimental, and this nigga had the weight of the world on his shoulders. So the movie was super dope to me for that reason, because that's how I saw Malcolm X being a friend. Like, you don't change, like that friend, you don't change. I still love you, but you don't change. You know what I'm saying? We used to have a good time, and everybody's blowing up. Like, all of us have blown up.
We all know that friend. We got the save. The first day that I got saved last Sunday, friend.
Woo! Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's who Phenomenal is on the show.
No, P's fun to be around though. Malcolm was always like kind of drilling his point home, and nobody wants. It's like your friend that, what's that, Xfinity or whatever. What was that Ponzi scheme? That pyramid scheme?
Which one?
Several of them.
Right. So you have a friend, and they all of a sudden get attached to this shit, and every time y'all are having a social gathering, they're trying to sell this shit to somebody. It's like, yo, dude, just chill out. We're just vibing, right?
Yeah, think about it though. Like, if you was Sam Cooke, you made it to the hotel first. Malcolm just won his fight. Everybody is hyped. They're like, yeah, we about to party. Excuse me, Muhammad Ali just won his fight. And Malcolm invited everybody over to chill. You thinking, oh, we about to have a party. We about to
it's about to be a vibe.
Ain't nobody there, ain't no parties, ain't no women, ain't no drinks.
He's like, you got something to eat? Well, I have some vanilla.
But that shows their friendship, that the fact that they stayed, because they could have all left. Like,
they definitely could have dipped, and they were there for hours.
You could tell me this on the phone.
Right.
Listen,
this is before cell phones. Yo, just hit me, yo. Just hit me.
I felt Sam, like, because I feel like Sam Cooke spoke to my personality. Like, I will go, like me, because y'all, if y'all, you know me, I'm the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this: if you say, "Yo, come over to the crib," and I come over to the crib, and I'm like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? We about to have a good time. It's about to be that," and you be like, and people be like, "Nah, man, we're gonna have Bible study. I'm gonna be there for Bible study because guess what? P my man." But I'm gonna be talking shit the whole time out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. You know what I mean? You ain't got no
vanilla ice cream.
I'm bringing wine.
Ain't no wine though, Candace. Ain't no wine.
Perhaps you've forgotten that you don't drink wine anymore.
If you brought wine, then the S1Ws outside would take the wine from you before you came inside.
I'm saying.
This is stupid.
And brother,
I'm not coming. Fuck that.
So have y'all seen American Skin?
Too? Like,
no.
When Jim Brown was like, "You better stop talking to me that way, or it's about a situation."
Yo,
I'm like, nigga, I will fuck you up. I'm brother.
That's basic.
But it was great. It was a great directorial premiere for Regina King.
Yes, kudos to her.
The dialogue was super dope on so many different levels, like a friendship level, a cultural level, Black struggle level. It was a dope ass movie. Like, I don't watch shit over and over again. Like The Wire, I rewatch that every 4 or 5 years. Like, there's very few things that I watch over, but I'm gonna watch this movie again.
So I know Candy said no, but have the rest of y'all watched American Skin?
No, I have to be in a certain space for that, and I haven't.
No, I don't watch that stuff. Especially after every the synopsis I got. Yeah, I don't watch what's that shit called, trauma porn. I don't watch it.
The drama.
Trauma porn.
No, I said trauma, not drama.
I said trauma porn.
I don't watch trauma porn.
No, I think Candy. I think you should take it. You should take it because I heard great reviews about it.
I don't care.
I say so. So have y'all not watched it because you got to pay for it, or you just not watching it because you haven't gotten around to it? Well, you're not watching it because it's porn, but are y'all not watching it because it's you got to pay for it, or you haven't watched it because you just haven't gotten around to watching it? Okay.
Yeah, I just got off. Like I didn't want to watch that, and then watch When I'm in Miami because I don't want to be because I'm light skinned. You know we the most militant motherfuckers. Even Jim Brown said it. Why y'all so damn militant? You don't want me to get in the Kazi album mode and shit. I'll be out this motherfucking walking around in black and white and shit. They're like, damn, this color. I'm just like, yo.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. No doubt. Got the vinyl. Hey, shout out to Kazi. You know what I'm saying? Shout Shades of Black.
Shout out to Kazi.
Y'all did that.
Listen, you see,
I watched it.
Limited edition.
Yeah. You got a sign?
I didn't get a sign. I need to get a sign, man. Need to go see him get a sign.
That's nice.
But yeah, I watched it. I watched it. I watched the Night in Miami that weekend that it came out, and then I watched this one over a couple days ago. So I had some space. It wasn't like a back to back.
What platform is it on?
Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like $5, something like that.
That's not bad at all. Or
if you're a Prime member, I mean, you get it for free.
No, you got to rent it.
Oh no, it was. Well, never mind.
I'm a Prime member too. Yeah, you gotta rent it.
Don't be doing that shit. Support. People feel it.
You know, I mean, granted, if you got a jailbroken joint, I'm pretty sure you can find it for free. But certain movies, I'm just gonna go ahead and support. All the money I saved, watching other movies. So,
right.
But I thought it was good. That's all I'll say. You know what I'm saying? But I did make the Facebook post and I said that Spike Lee made this movie for people that's not going to watch it.
Yes, he said that.
Mm-hmm.
So
he preaches to the choir on it. He's got to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's preaching to the choir, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Because somebody out there is going to look into that joint like, you know what? We the choir, and we're going to go out here and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to bring in at least one person.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, is not as violent or actiony as you think it's going to be. Or you would want it to be. It's very dialogue. It's a lot of dialogue.
You made a comment that if you like John Q, you'll like this. And I didn't like John Q because there wasn't enough like
you needed more action.
Militant resolution.
Okay.
For the issue in John Q for me.
It gave me strong John Q vibes.
I'll watch it.
So would you say this is what John Q should have been?
No.
Or it's on par with John Q.
It's on par with John Q, just a different story.
Okay.
Like I looked at this dude and I looked at John Q and I said, if I have to be a father in a tough situation like that, I'm gonna be either one of them two.
What's her name? Kimberly Elise.
Yeah.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be either one of them two for my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I get it.
So that's why I say it gave me that John Q vibe. But it's very, very. It's a lot of dialogue in the movie. So if you don't mind dialogue, you know what I'm saying, it's good.
Well, we coming off a dialogue heavy movie.
That one used to be a play, so it's definitely a dialogue heavy. You know what I'm saying, film. Right. So, but yeah,
we can't get mad at that. All right. So we're gonna watch that joint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick. Let's go ahead and wrap it.
Go ahead and give Nate Parker your $5.
Nate Parker your $5.
Go ahead and give him your $5.
Candy, do you have
he did the Birth of a Nation joint too. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and give him your $5.
He the blackity black dude. He also did Red Tails.
My $5 and my time. My time is more important than my 5.
Okay, well, give him your 5 and your 2
Well,
out.
if you take your shirt off, you know what I'm saying. Nate Parker he up under there.
I ain't in that part of the conversation, but go ahead and give him your 5.
You know what I'm saying? Give Nate Parker he up under there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take that into consideration.
You know what I mean? There it is. You go watch something where he showing his man cuts. You know what I'm saying? For free. All right. So, Candy, what's your random thought tonight?
Yeah.
We had so much good conversation. I'm gonna be really, really, really short with it for y'all. So, I was visiting a friend. Well, because this is where it's at. So this is the thing.
With the forks.
Plastic forks, because it doesn't belong in the fucking dishwasher. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
You people who wash your fucking plastic forks, get a life. Like, send me an email if you need some forks. Motherfucker, holla at me. I'll buy you some forks. But let's just not use plastic dishware. Let's not put it in our dishwasher. It's redonkulous.
It's saving the environment, though.
No, it's not. It's not fucking saving the environment. Saving the environment looks like using your dishes. It does not look like washing fucking plastic. That's not how this works. Just don't use the fucking. Just don't put the shit in your dishwasher. If you must buy it, if you must use it, don't fucking put the shit in your fucking dishwasher. It's not reusable. It's not for reusing. Stop reusing the shit. Please.
And also throw away the plastic and throw away the motherfucking plastic Chinese plates too from the Chinese.
Oh my god!
Oh no, that's Tupperware. That's free Tupperware. What are you talking about?
You have this motherfucker still using Zaxby cups from 2019, from 2007.
The black bowls, square or rectangular, that you get from the Chinese with the plastic tops. Those are in my cabinet. You don't know how many people have walked out of this house with food in those containers. Okay?
Throw them shits away. Kill the fucking squirrels.
All right. Then next time you come to my house, you ain't gonna get no food to take home because I'm not gonna have a container.
Right here. What I'm gonna do is right here. First off, if you give me food in anything, I'm gonna take it. I don't care if you would have gave me that joint in my hand. I appreciate this Thanksgiving turkey inside my hand. I would have put that shit right there on a towel in the seat.
Look, like I said,
I'm hungry.
Bishop, what the fuck you got to say?
Mean thing to say is this right here. Dear you. Can you please stop being 27 and looking 45? Freaking the rest of us out.
Rough life.
Management.
What day?
Rough life.
Agreed.
Rough life. Rough.
Agreed. That's all I got. That's all we got.
I think that's it, man.
And we got bars and your tone.
Oh, wait. Okay. So I got something. So I want people to ask themselves if they could be still white people, especially. Could you be friends with someone that stormed the Capitol? Search deep within yourselves to figure out that answer, but also understand that you don't have to. And it's okay that you don't. Giving people have to set boundaries. Friends, the bestest of friends have to set boundaries on things that they just would not accept from people that they called their friends. And if those friends break those boundaries, then we're just not friends anymore. And if people start to hold their friends accountable, then we probably be in a much better place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This has been Justin. Anything you have left to say, sir?
Hey, go Sixers. We won against the Lakers.
Hey, Joel Embiid is balling his ass off right now. Let's talk about it.
Trust the process. And
And Doc Rivers.
Doc.
Nasty voice.
I did.
We going, man. This has been episode 976 of Intelligent Ratchet.
134, a long 134. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's been in the comments, everybody that's checked in. We see y'all next week.
Have a good night, y'all.
Toodaloo.